to a spooky dooky edition of Kids on Bikes. Now, we're playing Kids on Bikes Trick or Treat, written by me, and co-written by, we've got Peach. Would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, go on, man. Right. So I'm Peach. You might know me from Kids on Bikes, Night of Officer Gerald, or whatever it was called.
The Devil of Zion.
Part 1. Hey, is there a part 2 coming up? Oh, I know you've been asking.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, I'll tell you that I'm playing Ollie Lopez. Ollie Lopez, he, they, is a Latino, non-binary, trans mask, but no one knows except Cory.
Nice.
And
if you were a Halloween decoration,
or a Halloween decoration,
what would you be?
Well, I'll tell you what I'd be. I'd be a fucking Halloween tree girl.
You'd be a what?
The Halloween tree, like a black Christmas tree with like
Hey.
spooky decorations in it.
The Halloween tree at the pub.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Who are you passing to?
I'll tell you who I'm passing to. I'll tell you right now. I'm passing to Arm Boy Bobby Banks.
Hey.
Played by Andrew.
Bobby Banks? That sounds like me. So I'm Andrew. You might recognise me as the man from your dreams. I'm going to be playing Bobby Banks today. He is a 16-year-old stoner, and as all stoners do, he just wants to chill, maybe get a few smooches from Kim, but he's not going to tell her that. If I were a Halloween decoration, I had a lot of time to think about this. This wasn't just thrown at us. I would be a jack-o'-lantern where the pumpkin is quite fresh, but the candle inside it is a bit naff, so it's starting to like melt out the mouth and it looks a bit weird. But it just all adds to the effect. Nice.
Who are you passing to?
I'm going to pass to don't tell anyone, but the girl I want to get a smooch from, Kim.
Hey.
Some part of me that threw up in my mouth a little bit there. I'm Beth, and I'm going to be playing Kim, 17-year-old girl, super goth, really likes rock music. Unfortunately, really likes Bobby, so
yeah.
And I'm going to call him Bobby the entire time. I'm not going to call him Bob once. Bobby, and only Bobby.
And why is it so difficult for you to play Kim, Beth?
I don't know. Butch or something, I'm not sure.
You're one of them butchers.
I'm one of them butchers.
She's a little bit fruity.
If I was a Halloween decoration, do you ever see them like proper, like massive, like blow up dolls you get for like Christmas, but they do them for Halloween as well? And I was like, I'm like one of them blow up pumpkins outside somebody's house.
Yeah.
Someone got well too excited and spent hundreds of pounds on it.
Oh,
but it still looks like shit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. All right, and you're passing to.
Who's left? There's only one
Duckee.
person left, isn't
Yeah,
there?
it's
Duckee.
Yeah, Duckee.
Oh, hey, that's me. Hey, I'm Duckee. I will be playing the only American here, apparently. But I will be playing Cory Banks, a younger brother to Bob, I suppose. Got the kind of opposite vibe of his brother, a bit more practical and nerdy. Likes his comic books. Really likes Spider-Man.
Nice.
Hey.
And if you were a Halloween decoration, Duckee, what would you be?
Oh, a Halloween decoration. I've got to be one of those spotlights that show different images, like a black cat or like a spooky generic cutout ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And if I was a Halloween decoration, I suppose I'd be one of those like weird little witches that hang from a ceiling, and they're on a like broomstick and they spin around. Yeah, just because they remind me of Pendle witches. Obviously, we're from there, so hey ho. But anyway, let's get right into it, shall we? Okay, so the night was cool and crisp. A gentle breeze carrying the crispy fallen leaves through the suburban streets of Glenview, Illinois. Inside the cosy living room of Bob and Cory Banks's house, the dim glow of jack-o'-lanterns cast eerie shadows, painting the walls with flickering orange light. Their parents, Bernice and Bob Sr., trusting their 13 and 6-year-old sons, Cory and Bob, had retreated to the basement to watch a suspiciously loud, scary movie, conveniently avoiding having to answer the door to trick-or-treaters, and placed a Do Not Disturb sign on their basement door. A thin, static line travels up the TV screen as Cory's well-worn VHS tape struggles to play a collection of cartoon Halloween specials, shedding flickering light onto the coffee table, upon which candy is strewn about. Reese's peanut butter cups, candy corns, M&Ms, and a bowl of apples that Bernice hoped would get eaten that night. Cory and his friend Ollie are getting ready in the living room. Cory, can you please describe yourself and what you're up to?
Yeah, dressed in a very well made, definitely not store-bought Spider-Man costume. Is hung over the living room table with a sort of map of the area, and is kind of pointing out to Ollie all the best like candy spots, and making a sort of map of where to go and how to best do the night for maximum candy acquisition. Yes.
Nice. Ollie, can you describe yourself and what you're doing?
Well, Ollie's like got like a shitty werewolf mask on. Not at the moment, but will later. It's very stuffy in those masks. Wearing like a flannel shirt to go with the sort of lumberjack vibes of a werewolf. But like scrawny, doesn't have those lumberjack. Sort of like is just sort of nodding along. Like Ollie knows the area. Ollie's had. Cory's excited, and you know that's the important thing.
Nice. And then Bob comes down the stairs.
A hand appears through the door, which is only open a crack, and snaps the light off, plunging the room into darkness.
Shit! Fucking Ollie.
The door creaks open.
Ollie pulls out a lighter to like sort of illuminate the place.
From that lighter, you see a glint in the doorway as a knife that's being held starts flashing as it moves.
Shit. Okay, Cory, we're getting out of here. Rushes towards the door.
The light snaps back on, and standing in front of you is a man, quite lanky but quite slim at the same time, in grey pants, a green buttoned-up shirt, and a hockey mask on his face. Gotcha!
That's not funny! As I pull up the mask, like... I can hardly see in this thing as it is.
Oh, come on, you guys aren't even going in as anything scary, are you?
No, I'm going as something cool. Like you.
Something cool. This guy, you seen this movie? Pops a guy's eye out in the new one.
Yeah, well, I don't know why you put a mask on to look more scary. I say with like air finger things. I think if you took the mask off, that's even scarier.
Bob leans close to Ollie and then flips the mask up, revealing his face. Boo!
Yeah. You're so funny.
So what do we got? What do we got? A superhero, and we've got a lumberjack.
Werewolf.
Where's the wolf?
Very funny. God.
Well, anyway, if you're done screwing around, can we get back to the candy planning? All right. We have one house to hit before we go to Kim's house. Why is
Man, and
Kim coming along again?
I thought the plan was to get our stuff and go. You plan for candy by going and getting the candy. Not everything needs to be a little science project, Cory.
But if we don't do it this way, then we won't get the maximum. You know?
If you don't get enough candy, you just hit a few more houses on the way back. He genuinely looks perplexed. He's like tilting his head and like raising an eyebrow at you.
Hey. And Cory's been dealing with this a lot, so he knows that it's futile to keep explaining.
Well,
And besides, if we gotta,
well, obviously you don't get that. Like, you know, if you go to the houses that give out the most candy later in the day, they're going to give out less candy. Duh.
So you go to more houses.
Well,
Duh.
why don't you just go to... What are you even talking about? If you go to those houses first, then you can go to more houses. Huh? It's the same amount of time.
All right. It doesn't matter. Okay. The only thing is, you say there's a house to hit before Kim's. That's not happening. Okay. The entire deal for the night is that I watch over you guys as long as I can get my fun time in as well. And I'm not having Kim just sitting there waiting, doing nothing while we're going around snacking on Butterfingers.
Fine, I suppose I can rewrite everything. There's no time to now. I'll just have to skip it. There's no arguing with you. Alright. Put back on the mask. Let's just go. Before we lose any more time.
Hey, everybody seems to be a little bit sour. We're all going and getting candy, right? Big smiles for the people that were knocking on. You know, they're giving away their candy there. Doesn't matter. Come on, we'll find smiles along the way. Bob kind of stumbles,
smiling beneath the mask.
Ollie's very clearly like just fucking staring right through Bob.
Bob's already had a half of a special cigarette, so he kind of stumbles out the door and holds the door wide open for you two and gestures with his other hand to that away.
Grab backpack, candy bag, let's go. Pillowcase. Yes.
Ollie dons his mask and just sort of like, I guess like tries to brush past Bob, but Bob's a bit too far out of the way anywhere. So just sort of weirdly jerks his arm around as he walks through the door.
Bob leans back, pretending to be scared of the werewolf.
Outside, the suburban neighbourhood is alive with the spirit of Halloween. The sounds of laughter echoes through the streets as kids in various costumes roam from house to house collecting candy. The neighbourhood's friendly competition for the best decorations is evident in every yard, with fake cobwebs, glowing skeletons and carved pumpkins adorning each home.
Yeah.
Bob will be the one leading the way. I assume just walking like a few paces in front of the other two, because he wants to get to Kim's quicker.
Ollie's just like fucking trudging along, like got that full like sort of angsty teen walk going. Yeah. isn't really looking at any of the decorations.
Cory will be pointing out different costumes, like, oh, some of these ones are quite good this year. Has now proceeded to like fold up the bottom of the mask because it's hard to breathe in it.
Yeah, literally. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I like that. I like that dish cloth over that guy instead of pointing out a ghost.
The ghost sort of looks over at you and then like looks towards his own friends and like scurries off with them.
It's like a Charlie Brown special. I was more talking about that one over there, the Captain America. That one's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I guess. But he's not Spider-Man, is he? I think
True.
Spider-Man's more Halloween-y, right? What with like spiders.
True. Does have cooler powers. I think so, at least. But still is the most normal out of all of them.
You guys are pointing out all of the boring costumes, you know that, right? It's all about that guy over there, he gets it. Pointing at someone fully decked out in a Michael Myers costume, and Bob locks eyes with him, and then reaches his knife up, and for about 5 seconds has a small pirate knife fight with Michael Myers, and then just walks off laughing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really original costume.
It's what Halloween's all about. It's not about your superheroes and all of that. This is about people who creep out of the darkness and stab you in the night, you know? All that goofy stuff.
Why you gotta say something like that?
Why, you don't think it's real, do you? It's all like pretend and stuff. It's funny.
Well, you don't know. I just sort of like look into an alleyway and just like shiver a little bit. You don't know.
Well, why can't I pretend to be a superhero then, huh?
Okay, yeah, you got the idea. If somebody comes out of a dark alley with a big sharp axe, like Ollie's so scared of, Spider-Man's gonna save us.
Well, I hope he's gonna save Madam Web in this new comic that I'm gonna start reading too. Oh, on the long walk to the big house. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Can't wait. But we're almost at Kim's, right?
Yeah, she's just down this way. You guys can wait out here for a second if you want. Bob's going to try jumping over the little fence outside Kim's house, completely biff it, and then just walk through the gate.
Oh yeah, and by the way, Kim's house. Oh, my goodness me. Her parents have gone all out this Halloween, as their entire family are quite into the goth shit, you know what I'm saying? The best dressed, the best mechanical sort of little contraptions and things. They've even got like a huge Mike Myers like statue at the front door that like waits with a knife until you get close to it, and it lunges forward a little bit and laughs. Yeah.
Hey, look, it's your brother.
Nice.
From inside Kim's house, no matter what they're doing, the first warning that Bob is coming to the door is when the Michael Myers statue leans forward, you hear a "goddamn" out the front yard. And then a few seconds later, you hear a knock on the door.
So Kim is going to come and answer the door, and when I open the door to you, there's basically this absolutely pristine dressed Barbie doll, like full pink, glitter everywhere, makeup's done to the nines, and I'm just holding my little bag, and I'm like, "Hey, Bobby, are you ready to go?"
Bobby like stops and stares for a second, then turns back to Cory and Ollie, then turns back to Kim. Kind of incredulously blinks a few times like he's in a cartoon. Is Kim in the house?
Oh, stop playing. You asked me to go out. Let's go out.
I didn't think you even owned anything with the slightest bit of color in it. What are you doing wearing this? You look amazing, by the way. I'm not trying to talk bad.
It's scary, right?
For you it is. This is terrifying seeing you in that.
My mum and dad thought so too.
Yeah, come on. I think you win the costume competition if there was one between the four of us.
Well, you look cute in your outfit, I guess.
Yeah, I'm brings the hockey mask down over his face. I'm the guy just pretends
oh my god,
to
I thought
you
you'd come in I thought you'd just come out in a boiler suit.
No, yeah, it was it only really works with the mask, but then you don't get to see my he vogues for a millisecond. You don't get to see the goods underneath.
What, have you got sweets underneath your mask?
I was talking about myself. Like, brings the mask down. This is the trick, and then lifts the mask. This is the treat. He has a really awkward smile.
He's gonna
wow.
slowly giggle and walk away.
Smooth.
100% Riz.
What are you talking about? All my characters have Riz.
No.
You think they need a room together? Like,
Right.
should we?
Ollie's just like fucking like giving the shit eye to Barbie. I guess Ollie doesn't know Kim that well, or at least doesn't recognize Kim in a Barbie outfit. So Ollie's not along for the ride.
She's even got a blonde wig on. Like,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, Ollie's just like not anticipating a good time. That's all with Barbie here.
Talk about hypocrisy.
What do you mean?
She gets to dress up as Barbie, but I can't dress up as Spider-Man and not get made fun of.
I mean, to be fair, at least I'm not wearing spandex.
Yeah, but what are you
Pulls
wearing?
the wedgie out, like, shut up.
I'm wearing like a plaid skirt, like it is pink and plaid. Full Barbie.
Ollie looks like he's about to throw up.
Same.
Well, we've got the princess now. Are we gonna get some candy?
Well, that's all up to you guys. You said you had an agenda. What's first? What's second? What's third? So, where's the first house, Cory?
Well, first we gotta go to the bakers. They usually give out lots of small treats first. So, they should only be 2 or 3 doors down from here, so...
Well, it's a good thing we brought our bikes.
Yes. Very good thing.
And at mention of bikes, let's have a bike description from each person. So, Ollie, what is your bike and what does it look like?
My bike is it's like a bike from the 80s, the early 80s, the sort that you'd make like around 82 or so, and it's got like little like what are those things that come down from like the handles?
Streamers.
Yeah, it's got those, but like you can see clearly they've been like cut off. The bike has been painted in like Halloweeny colours. It says "Happy Halloween," like because it's only one E, and it's got a little basket on it.
Aww.
And it's got like you know when they put like cards in, so fucking annoying noise. That's the kind of kid Ollie is.
Nice. Okay, Bob, what does your bike look like?
I come unprepared for this question. Every kid's on bikes because I don't know bikes. I'm just going to say black BMX and hope that is a thing that a Bob Banks would have at 16 in 1982.
Absolutely. Yeah, BMXs did exist then. Don't worry. It's the 60s
Were they
and
common?
70s. It's the 60s and 70s where the Schwinn was dominant, so don't worry. But yeah, someone probably has their own dad's Schwinn that's like a bit rusty in the 80s. But no, yeah, BMXs did exist in the 80s. They were followed on from the Schwinn, actually, so that's a nice little bit of bike knowledge there for you. Okay, so Cory, what's your bike look like?
I don't know if I can break the rules here, but I feel like Cory would have a scooter more than a bike.
You absolutely can. It can be kids on scooters.
Yeah.
Go on then. What's your scooter?
Like a Razor scooter with like a green wheels. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Oh yeah. And you always get shinners when you flip it round and get a shin hit right on your shin. You've got bruises on your right shin all the time.
Except Cory's never
tried
gotten
to teach Cory many times.
Yeah. It just hurts so much.
Oh, bless. And Kim, what bike or other vehicle do you have?
I'm gonna stick with the bike. I'm gonna have like a chopper styled bike.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big chunky bike. Unfortunately, it is like a triangle back in the 80s. It is gonna be like gold and black, but it's like primarily black with like very artistic swirls on it, like in gold.
Nice. And also, Kim, sitting in your driveway is your very own car as well. You can drive, and you do have a car. You're a bit of one of those middle class goths, you know. Like you're a bit privileged. You know what I'm saying? You're a little white goth. But you do have your own car, which is sort of on your driveway. But your parents' car is in the garage. What kind of car do you have?
It's gonna have to be like one of them. Is it a boxy? I think it's called or something like that. It's like similar to like the Knight Rider car.
Like a Mustang.
Yeah, it's like a really, really low car. It's a 4-seat car, but you have to get in through the front.
Also a 2-door.
It's three door. It does have a boot.
So yeah,
that is also black and gold. Like kind of matches the bike.
nice.
There's a theme.
So anyway, continue.
Well, are we gonna go get sweets from? Where did you say it was, down the road?
Yeah, the bakers. They're the first stop. And they should only be 3 doors down from here, according to the map of the city.
But careful, princess. You shouldn't accept unwrapped treats.
I think the only thing I'm scared of tonight is you. I'm gonna shuffle closer to Bobby.
Isn't that the point? Just kind of whispers to Ollie.
Right. It's like Barbie doesn't get Halloween.
I'm so confused.
So let's get going. We scooter off this way to where the bakery is. These giant.
The bakers, I feel, have the most basic decorations, but give out the most candy, and so it's one of the main stops he wanted to go on.
Nice. You get to the bakers. They've got a nice tidy front lawn. Yeah, very minimal in decoration. But you can already see Mrs. Baker, who's a little old lady with really curly, tight hair. She's sort of standing already at the door with a big like sort of bowl, like a plastic bowl with a pumpkin face on it. And she's already handing out candy to a group of little toddlers with their parents. And she's smiling really widely, and she's got like these huge glasses on. She's a really jolly person. The kids sort of like, as the parents are leading them down the pathway to get out, the kids sort of like look at you as though they're kind of judging you guys for being out here so old. These kids are like 4 and 5. They kind of like give you a bit of a strange look, and the parents do too. And as they as they're walking away, you sort of hear the parents whispering things like, "Don't you think they're a bit too old to be out here?" And then like another parent's like, "It's Halloween," and they walk off down the street. Mrs. Baker sees you and gives you a wave.
Tim's gonna go up to Mrs. Baker. It's nice to see you again, ma'am.
Hello there, dear. Oh, you do look beautiful.
Thanks, Mrs. Baker.
Oh, are these your little buddies?
Yeah.
Oh, you're all so cute.
Not cute.
Especially you.
She's gonna like hold out the bowl to you. Obviously on like a trust basis. She's just allowing you to take as much as you like. And inside, she's got fun-sized candy bars. She's got, like, Smarties. The American Smarties, by the way, not the British chocolate Smarties. She's got, like, little mini bags of, like, M&Ms. Like, the good stuff. She's got full-size Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And, get this, full-size Milky Ways.
I'll take like 3 handfuls of those. She trusted the wrong person.
Oh, take as much as you need. I've been well stocked all month. I can't wait for this day.
Oh, thank you.
She, like, with one hand, with her left arm, she's holding the ball. With her right hand, she just sort of tussles your hat a little bit. I'm guessing you still have the beanie hat on.
I've got a hat over my werewolf.
Yeah. I thought the werewolf mask would be like a frontal mask, not like a full head mask.
No, go on, it is that.
But because your beanie hat sort of covers the majority of your hair that you keep tied up inside there, because, you know. She sort of gives your hat a little jostle. And it kind of moves it a little bit askew. Yeah.
Oh, you are so cute.
Awoo.
Oh, what a nice young man.
Ollie smiles at that.
Not wanting to break the trust code, Cory will like analyze the bowl and pick out the perfect handful of candy to get the most variety, and then toss that into the pillowcase.
Oh.
Are you having?
Sorry, that's American. That's not American.
Are you having a good night tonight, kids?
Well, our night's only started.
Oh, well, you better be quick about it, 'cause those little kids have been at it since 4 p.m.
What? Since 4 p.m.?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no. We might have to move stuff up and hit the big house before things get too crazy.
Well, if you find yourself needing some more, don't be afraid to come back to Mrs. Baker.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mrs. Baker.
You're welcome.
Bob puts an entire Milky Way in his mouth and then says through it, "Thanks, ma'am."
Oh, I will be sure to tell all your parents how lovely you've been.
Kim's gonna be like, "Thanks, Mrs. Baker," as I like trundle back down away from the house.
Ollie turns to Cory like, Mrs. Baker. Mocking Kim.
Oh, right.
So hard not to be sassy at you.
Right, come on, let's get going.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next house. Okay, so I don't know how many houses we want to hit before we hit the big one now. I might have to move things up. So. Oh shoot! If we go across the main park here, then we can stop by one more house and then go there straight through the park. What do you think?
What,
I'm just
Old
like-
Man Murphy's?
That's the one, yeah.
All right.
Out of all of these ones, that's the best one in this area.
Sure, but watch out for his dog. Oh, a bit of lore there.
Yeah, I heard he got a dog recently.
Right. A pit bull mixed with a Rottweiler.
A pit riler.
Right. Well, come on, let's get on our bikes and go. I say, get on my bike and going.
As you're sort of mounting your bikes, you hear the unmistakable sound of a very unhealthy car chugging like through the streets, and it's got loud music blaring like in it, and it just sort of swings by. And as it does, you spot through the windows a sort of blonde, sort of swoopy-haired, preppy guy with a lemon jacket on, sort of leans out of the passenger side window and is like, "Watch out, everyone! Spider-Man's here to save the day! Get him!" And they just start fucking pelting you all with water balloons, just slapping them all down on the ground around you. Your costumes just get absolutely fucking drenched. He laughs like, "Ha ha!" and then just like hit it and vroom, just drives off. They like do like a weird circle, like a fucking make donuts on the street, not paying mind to where like people could be, and then just returned from the way they came, like just down the street.
Oh man.
Literally, fucking, yeah, Kim's wig is just drenched, piss wet through. Your spandex costume's like sticking to your skin. The fur on the werewolf mask is all fucking wet. And Bob, I mean, it's got all in your hair. And you know what happens to your hair when it gets wet. It's gonna go big and boofy. You've been brushing that bastard all day.
God damn it. Cory, you alright? I'm gonna go and Bob will go and pick the water balloon bits off of Spider-Man and start just chucking them to the floor.
Yeah.
Those guys giving you problems before? Or?
Cory, you remember that person that you saw in the car was Julian. Julian, a prep who you have had a scuffle with in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should remember.
These jerks are always picking on me.
Yeah, and a load of good you were, Bobby.
Well, what?
I thought
They're
you were
throwing
meant to be
stuff
here
out of a-
protecting us or whatever.
How am I supposed to stop people throwing stuff out of a car?
Right. So then why do we need you here?
It's not a big deal.
I'll tell you why you need me here. Look at what they did to Kim. Kim, are you alright? Just completely brushes past Cory and Ollie and starts like trying to help Kim fix her wig.
Yeah, I'm like I've taken the wig off and I'm like trying to like shake it to get all the balloon bits out and stuff. And like so I'm just not like happy. Like I'm just like, is there some way we can like, I don't know, get them back, because this is not okay.
Bobby's just nodding frantically. Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We've had, like, you've had 12 years of tricking and treating. So many treats. Cory, it's time for the trick.
I don't know. if we do the trick, then we'll have to hit the big house immediately. Or else they'll run out of the full-size bars.
Right, yeah. We got to make sure we get some candy before we do anything right. So we cut across the park. What was that? Sorry.
We could get some eggs as well. I mean, if we are going to do some tricking.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. So the big house, we can go to the shop before then, cut across the park to go to the big house. I'm going to look at Kim and give a wink when I say go across the park. And then we got all the candy. Then we find where those guys went.
You recall the car was a red Chevy Chevelle SS in cranberry red.
Car sticks out like a sore thumb. I think we're going to be able to find it easy enough.
It literally has 2 black racing stripes on the front of it too.
I believe the specific color was cranberry red.
That was nerdy.
All right, I get it.
The guy knows his shit.
Well, okay. Well, I'm drenched, and I kind of like. I want to do something now. I'm just gonna get on my bike and be like, if we're going across the park, can we please just go across the park? Maybe the wind will dry us off.
Good idea. Yeah, we'll dry off in the wind.
That's
right.
That's not how that works, but okay. We'll just go with it.
Were you going to hit the shop first? The general store?
Yeah, I thought that was the plan.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Do any of us have money?
Oh.
You
I
would
forgot
have
things cost money.
Yeah, you would have like loose change on you. I'd say the kids, so Ollie and Cory can have up to like $10 on them, and the teens can have up to 20.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I've got a discount. Just wiggle my fingers.
Oh, you shouldn't do that.
No harm, no foul. It's only some eggs.
Yeah, first some eggs and then jail. That's how that works.
Right.
All right, so you pedal on over to the general store. It's sort of like a front store that's on a sort of street of shops, like a barber's and other sort of things. And you rock up to the front of it, and it is open later today because obviously, it's Halloween. Usually it doesn't open this late, but the door's like sort of wide open. You see that there are like last minute parents running in to grab like more candy. And Mr. Powell, who works there, is obviously loving this the business that he's getting from Halloween. And you go in, ding ding.
Kim goes up to the counter with some eggs and like a towel, like it'll be like a pack of tissues or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, "Oh, my mum sent me out to go and get eggs. Before I'm allowed to go out anywhere."
He looks suspiciously at you. Can you please roll me a charm?
Don't know how to do that. Is that one charm? That is it a D?
Yeah, if you just click the grey box that says charm, it'll roll it for you. Ooh, that's nice.
Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So he sort of squints at you a little bit and he says, well, if your mom said so, then I guess that's it. And he goes and he's just going to ring it through. No questions asked.
Nice. Kim's gonna take the stuff over to them and be like, I've got the stuff.
What, the good stuff?
I got them. And then I'm like, Kim's gonna be like patting herself down with like some tissues trying to dry off, and then like she'll offer them out to the others as well.
Cory will go up with a tire iron.
Where is this going?
Tell you later.
Cory chose violence.
Excuse me, but what would a little kid like you be doing with a tire iron like that?
Well, to change tires.
Roll as a charm.
Okay.
To change tires.
What else would you need it for?
To the point.
Why else would you do it? Oh, wait, I forgot the thing. There you go. Hey.
Don't you think that'd be more suited for a professional mechanic? If you've got a breakdown, I can give you a number if you want.
I do know what I'm doing. I just need the tool for the job.
I'm sorry, young man. I don't think I can. I don't think I could sell this to you. It's quite hefty, and he like smacks into his hand. Like, Are you planning on doing anything, well, tricksterish or pranksterish tonight?
Pranksterish? Look at him. He's got the face of an angel.
Your silence is saying to me that that's probably true. And you know what? I'm not going to stand for it. I'm going to put this behind the counter.
Fair dues.
Sorry.
Dang. Well, anyway, I'd like to buy some water balloons. As you can see, let's show my soaking wet outfit. Me and my friends are having an unseasonal water fight.
Nice try. Roll me a charm just in case, because it's going to be higher every time because he's clicking on.
Right, I got a +1. Modifier +1.
I don't think so. And you know what? I feel like you're not going to do something really nice with those eggs, neither.
I'm already like Kim's already like by the door, so as soon as he says that, like I'm gone.
There's nothing I can do about that, but
Bob is just laughing at the two in front of him as he waits in the queue and kind of like moseys on forward. You guys are idiots. Me, I just want dinner. Slaps down a fish, a decently sized baking potato, and a can of cheese spray. Can't think of anything wrong with this. This is all food to go with my tummy.
Roll a charm.
Go on then, get another 4.
Would you say I'm trying to persuade here?
You are charming with a DC of like 13 at this point, but yeah, no.
If I'm trying to persuade, I get a +3.
Oh, you've got a +3, have you? Okay.
Oh, when persuading children.
Oh shit! No, yeah.
And everyone make sure to add up your adversity.
Yes, every time you fail, you get the adversity tokens. Don't forget that. Yeah. So far we've had a fail from Cory, a fail from Ollie, and a fail from Bob. Bob gets 2.
Yep.
Okay, and you can't use the adversity tokens on the one that you've just failed either. That's a rule. Yeah, okay. I think I know what you guys are up to. Now, I appreciate your spirits, but I'm sorry, I just can't do it to them, you know? This is my neighborhood, too.
Wow.
We were doing this too weren't from your neighborhood, and we're just kind of interloping into the neighborhood in a really annoying, loud, dangerous car that we could redecorate to make it more fun. Wouldn't that be good for our neighborhood?
You see that camera up there? And he points to the CCTV camera that he's got in the corner of the room. Well, if anybody's car is going to get, redecorated, and someone wants to find out how and when they purchase those things to get redecorated, then they're going to see this conversation happening right now. And I don't want to be in any way related to whatever you're going to do. So I'm going to say, I'm sorry. If you want to buy some candy or anything else nice, then that's fine. But I'm not letting you buy a fish, a potato, and a can of fucking Cheese Whiz.
I wonder what you were ever gonna do with that, Bobby.
Oh, you'd have found out.
I mean, that could interest you in these candy cigarettes instead, so you can look cool in front of your friends.
I'll just put a cigarette in my mouth, a real one, and then I'll leave.
His eyes just widen at that, like, oh, what are these
So
kids getting
Bobby's
up to?
actually.
Kids these days, man. I mean, I remember what it's like, but I'm getting old.
Cory's already been gone.
Yeah, cut to outside the fucking shop. You're outside the shop. You've got eggs, at least, and some paper towels.
Kim's reasonably successfully dried off with the paper towels.
I'm glad one of us is good at shopping.
Right.
You did kind of go up with some weird items.
Hey, I didn't go up with a tire iron. I don't know what you were thinking, Cory.
Well,
I went up with some dinner.
I figured if they couldn't drive the car anymore.
Well, you can't say that it wasn't.
You don't need a tire iron for that, and I pull out a pocket knife.
Okay.
Jesus, Kim, I thought we were going to put like a potato in the exhaust or something. What are we going to do to these kids?
Slash their tires, you idiot.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
That's more wrong than just removing them.
I mean, we don't have to do that.
Well, isn't it wrong to, throw water balloons at people?
Yeah.
Right, so I mean, I don't, if they're allowed to do things that are wrong, then so are we.
No, I'm 100% down for slashing these tires. I was just in Jason mode, I thought we were going to try and shank the kids.
Oh my god, I thought you meant the other Jason.
Just legitimately stare at you for 3 or 4 seconds.
But Kim will also be staring at you like, that might be too far.
Yeah, I agree that would be too far. That's why I'm glad you're talking about the tires.
Right, well, now the stabbing kids bit's out of the way. Not stabbing kids bit. Should we, go? Before he calls one of our parents and says we're doing weird stuff outside of his shop?
Right, or before Bobby starts stabbing us up.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's skedaddle. I got my bike and skedaddle.
Okay.
It's old man
Murphy.
Murphy. Old man Murphy's house.
Okay.
Do we hear his dog barking?
Old Man Murphy's house has quite a hefty gate to it, and the overgrown foliage and bushes and hedges have just grown all the way in front. So there's a human-shaped sort of gap where he would come in and out of his house, but the majority of it is all overgrown twigs, webs of branches sort of interleaving throughout his entire front garden, leading to this very decrepit looking house. He does not take care of it very much at all. All the lights are off bar one, which is his front living room window, with heavy, horrible granny-ish curtains drawn. You can just see the glow of a sort of TV on. as you get to the gate.
Oh, it's creepy, isn't it?
Is there no porch light on?
Not until you actually enter the front yard and end up walking up.
I mean, like,
Yes.
he gets candy, like, you know, just no one ever goes there, so he's gonna have probably give us all his.
That was my thought, but I don't know.
You're not scared, are you? Do 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 do.
You're a freak, Bobby.
No, I'm not. I'm not scared. No, let's go. It's cool here, actually.
You creak the gate open, and it's like.
How dark is it? Like this entire sort of why is it lit by the street light?
Yeah, there's a street light, but it's like far down the street, so it's kind of dark.
I was just gonna grab onto Cory's arm.
As Cory sort of ascends up the path, the porch light does blink on, and you hear coming from inside.
Oh God, it did scare me.
You see the curtains sort of like twitch to the side, and an old, long man's face with deep, deep wrinkles in his cheeks sort of like peers out. And he's got like a sort of scruffy hair in patches. Kind of looks like a disgruntled ferret as he like peeks through with his like squinty eyes, and like you see the curtain just close. And through the glass window of his door, you see the hallway light just ping on. And his, like, bent-over silhouette comes shuffling over to the door. He opens the door and he's like, hello.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat.
I didn't expect to see anyone tonight. He's, like, squinting around, and you sometimes wonder if you can see it all. I'm sorry, I didn't buy any candy or anything, but I do have this stew that my old mom made for me. And he's gonna, like, leave the door wide open, turn around and, like, scratch his head in confusion, and wander off into the back of his house where the kitchen is.
His old mom? How old is his mom?
He looks to be in his 50s, late 50s, but very, very not taken care of. Like, he's old, like, his face is, like, weathered, but, like, you think he's been, like, a sort of, like a engineer sort of worker, like, out in the sunlight, working a lot, maybe sort of fixing train tracks and stuff. Like, his skin is, like, sun-worn, all that kind of thing. He's maybe early 60s, but you know his mum would probably be like fucking 80, 90, getting on a bit, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's got like little fucking slippers on. He's much older in his personality and demeanour than he actually is.
Right.
But you also think he's a bit tapped, like he might be a little bit like gone in the head. As you see him coming back with what seems to be a large sort of porcelain casserole dish, sort of like squinting his way through his hallway. He takes a while to shuffle down that hallway and appears at the door again. Well, oh, I forgot my ladle. 1 second, kids. He turns around, shuffles all the way back, and you stood for a moment in the silence of his open doorway.
As Ollie and Cory are standing quite close together, Bobby's head just appears between them to whisper, "Is that guy really getting us a casserole? What's happening?"
I don't know. He said it was a stew a moment ago, and then he comes out with a casserole. I don't know what he's going to come out with a lid.
As you're all talking, from the living room doorway area, the small sort of like fluffy head of a very raggedy looking poodle sort of like looks around the corner at you, and it just stops and stares at you, like with its eyes set on you. It doesn't look aggressive, it's just looking. Like,
All right, guys, this is hilarious, but I think we need to go because this is the kind of situation where people end up in the stew. You know what I mean?
What, are you scared of a poodle?
Not the poodle, but maybe. Did anyone get a look at what kind of meat was in that stew he was talking about? Did it, like, have an eye in it?
We didn't lift the lid, but it'd be rude to just leave.
He comes hobbling back again, holding the casserole dish with like one hand, and it's slopping side to side a little bit, and he's got a ladle in the other hand. The dog sort of steps into the hallway and comes up to you first, and he's like, "Oh, don't mind Florence. She's a curious animal." He comes over and he dips the ladle into the casserole, and it's got like a skin on top of it. You know that this is cold and stale because of the skin that's formed on top. Scoops up the ladle and it drips like globulously into the thing, and he like hovers it out to you, a bit drips on the floor. "Well, open up your bag."
Kim's gonna look really gross out and be like, I'm vegetarian.
Oh.
But thank you. No.
Goddamn hippies. Well, you
I'm
don't appreciate
also a
it.
vegetarian all of a sudden.
Oh. Well, I should have known. No one wants my casserole. I'll take it away. I'm sorry. He turns around and starts shuffling back again to the kitchen. The dog
can't do that to me.
The dog is literally just lapping up this bit of casserole that's on the ground, like.
What a weirdo.
Okay.
Right. That was something.
I'm just gonna reach in and just kind of close the door and then just bolt. Like, I think it's
as you
running away.
as you closing the door, like you just hear him say, "If you want to stick around, I've got Chitty Chitty Bang Bang on VHS," and then the door just shuts.
Let's get out of here.
There's definitely somebody in his basement. I'm 100% saying it. It's true.
Well, I guess that they're just gonna be dead now.
We
I'm
call
not
the
going.
cops when we're safe.
Right, when you're on a plane and it starts going down, to like sort yourself out first.
You can't help anybody when you're dead.
Well, exactly.
We all kind of want to call the police, right?
Well, maybe we should go to Officer Gerald's next.
No, Officer Gerald's is too far.
Oh, that's right. He lives in like the middle of the woods or something.
I'm all for that guy's insane and probably has somebody tied up somewhere in there, but what are we going to say to the police? Hey, this crazy guy offered us some stew. Don't really sound criminal coming from 4 kids.
Well, coming from 4 kids, actually, that kind of does sound a bit criminal, doesn't it?
Maybe the part where you said about Chitty Chitty Bang Bang
Right.
and
That could mean
inviting
anything.
kids in, it just seems very strange.
As you're sort of walking away from Old Man Murphy's house, you hear that familiar sound of the car
Oh,
coming
shit.
up behind you, but stopping a distance away from you, stopping right outside Old Man Murphy's house, and you hear the sort of boisterous, like laughter of these 4 guys in Letterman jackets who get out of the red Chevelle SS, armed with handfuls of toilet roll and eggs, and they're just shouting and hollering and just like sort of throwing streaming toilet paper over Old Man Murphy's house. One of them, the main one, Julian, just smacks an egg directly onto his living room window, and it just like streaks down the pane.
This is a very important question. Is the car still running? as they're doing this.
The car is still running, yes, because they've all just got out and sort of like left the car running.
Is Kim gonna commit Grand Theft Auto?
I feel like you know where this is going. I know how to drive and I have a license.
Chekhov's gun.
Do they look like they're far enough away from the car that I would be able to sneak through the bushes and get to the car?
Well, let's make a flight and see if you can do that. I'm going to say the difficulty first. So for having them not recognise you at all, I'd say that the DC is a 10. To not hear you do that. So you can sneak to the car, but obviously driving away with it would be a different story. So to get up to the car, please make me a flight check.
Flight check?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's flight. Okay. Oh god. A DC 10, did you say?
I did.
What's
Oh,
your
God.
dice?
N.
Oh, it's possible. It's possible.
And you don't have any adversity to... Oh, shit.
No!
Yeah. As you come creeping up to the car, Julian immediately spots you. It's literally like you've walked into the headlights of the car and you're fully lit up. And he goes, hey, look who it is. It's Barbie! And all the, like, jocks and that turn around and they're all like, look, you're a bit drier than when we left you last, so he, like, hovers like an egg in his hand, like, menacingly. Like, just throws it up and down in his hand, like, kind of, you know, maybe we need to fix that. Yeah.
I'm also going to get an egg out of my bag.
Oh, you've come armed. This is an egg off. Anyway, where are your stupid little mates? Because, I don't really have much, you know. I don't have any reason to fight with you. I think you're pretty cool.
Well, they've gone home because you threw water bombs at us, and I was just coming out to the shop.
Rolls a charm, because that's a lie. I'd say...
Wow! Oh my god!
I was wondering when you'd split off from those guys. You know, I think he just puts the eggs away and he sort of motions to his friends to sort of like move, like get in the car and leave him alone with you. I was actually wondering when you'd split off from those guys because I wanted to tell you that I think you're beautiful.
There was a bit of vomit in my mouth again.
I mean, you're the best. You're the best looking girl in school.
Well, like, thanks, but you're really mean, and I really like them guys, and you're really not nice to them.
I don't mean to be. It's just hard, you know. Like the pressures of, you know, being in the football team and all that kind of stuff. You've got to, you know, put on a bit of a show for the guys. And he like winks towards the car as the guys know that he's just putting on some riz. Like you can see easily that he's just, because with that 47 charm, you can see easily that he's just saying whatever, like to try and smooth you over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm cold, so you know I can't stick around for too long because somebody threw some water bombs at me.
Oh, I'm real sorry about that. Hey, do you want my jacket?
Would you mind?
Of course. He takes it off and you see that it's like typical River Phoenix style, like tight white t-shirt he's got very good muscles. He just flips it around you. And he gets a little close as he sort of whips it over your shoulders.
Well,
so, yeah.
I'll probably see you around, but I've got to get home.
At this time? Are you sure you don't want to come with us?
No, I'm really sure. My mum's expecting me home.
Alright, I'll let the lady do whatever the lady needs to do.
And then I'm gonna go back to my bike and ride round the corner a little bit.
he sort of watches you leave in his jacket, and you hear him like say with his friends as he gets back in the car, he's like, "I'm so in with her. I'm telling you." He like the door slams and vroom, the car just fucking flies off again into the night. He does like sort of wave at you as he passes you.
God, wait till he sees what I'm gonna do to his jacket.
Bob has been hiding with Cory and Ollie, and the entire time he's had an egg in his hand ready to throw it, but he just starts laughing after realizing Kim's got his jacket.
Does anyone want to dress up as an idiot?
What, dress up like Bobby?
Hey. I think you're consistently winning who's best dressed throughout the night. I mean, first off, pink dress, scariest thing. Now, the evil varsity Letterman jacket. Woo!
I'm not sure what to do with it.
Well, we could bathe it in fire. I said, and I pull my and flick it on.
I feel like it needs to be something more public that he can see it.
Bathe it in fire and tie it to a flag post.
I mean, I can sew something into it.
It's a shame you didn't get that fish.
Oh, that would have been fun. I mean, we could destroy the jacket in some way, or we could destroy something else and leave the jacket at the scene of the crime. Meaning everybody thinks it was Julian that did it.
Are you supposed to be this intelligent? That seems like a really smart
suggestion. That means we need to commit a crime.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
As you're all discussing committing crimes, old man Murphy sort of comes out of his house. You've got a fair way like down the street, by the way, but you just see like a little silhouette of him like enter the street from his gate, and he's sort of like looking around, and he's like, oh no, like looking at his house from the outside.
Oh, I kind of feel sorry for that old guy.
Breaking my heart. Okay, let's go.
I mean, if you're gonna leave the jacket anywhere, right there is a scene of a crime. Technically.
Yeah, but it's not like a crime, is it?
Well, I mean, if you would call the police, then it would be a crime.
And yeah, we could bank on him calling the police.
Yeah, but, I mean...
He might forget by the time he gets to the phone.
Right. And you just pull him into like a 10-minute long conversation.
Plus then he'd be tattling on himself then.
Yeah, he'd be saying, "Oh, hey officers, I killed some people and I cooked them in a casserole."
Even if he doesn't have people in his casserole as well, the last people he saw before his house was trashed, that was us. So, varsity jacket or no, we're kind of suspect numero uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
What?
We're the prime suspects, basically.
Nice use of Spanish there, says Ollie.
Thanks, I did high school.
I've seen your report card.
Tim's gonna keep hold of the jacket and be like, "No, I'll keep hold of it for now, and we can think of something better to do with it." Just basically because the jacket is actually warm, and I'm wearing a stupid outfit.
Right. Well, whatever. We'll just get going, I guess. Maybe we can hit the big house now.
Yeah, the big house.
We have to go across the park to get to the big house, right?
It's
So
the
let's
fastest
cross
way
it.
there, yeah.
Right. You know that part of the park, with the fountain and there's that little cluster of trees? We can stop there and have a breather, because the park's quite long, right? So we can stop there and have a breather, winks at Kim again.
Ugh.
I'm just gonna, like, Kim's just gonna look at him like, what? Okay, yeah, no, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And Kim's gonna wink back.
No, you guys are gross.
So
Cory
you...
has no idea what's happening.
It's okay, Kim also has no idea what's happening.
Ollie's
Ollie's what? You cut out?
I said Ollie's mind's gone too far. Ollie thinks he knows what's going on, but no, not quite.
So, you begin to cycle out of the main suburban area towards the park. The park itself is quite long and expansive, being like a dog walking park and sort of quite large, with woods at the back of it. Beyond that are the nicer houses near a lakeside. But the entrance to the park has sort of like a metal archway to it. And as stated, when you go in there, there's sort of nice gravel path, and off to the right, sort of like a little fountain area. There's also like a little herb garden and things like that you can sort of, like share lavender. You can pick it, and you're allowed to do that. It's quite nice there. That's not the only entrance either. There are certain entrances around the edges because, the park ranger would have to like drive a vehicle along the sort of road that leads through. But you just go in the pedestrian area with benches and the fountain and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kim's gonna try and find this fountain that Bobby keeps talking about, so she can find out what it is exactly that he keeps winking about.
Bobby will kind of pull ahead and lead the way towards it.
It's quite dark around the fountain area too, considering that the park doesn't really see much sort of action around Halloween time. There's not really anyone there at all. Most people who are dog walkers would like just stay at home because the dogs might be frightened of people's costumes and things. So you've pretty much got the park to yourself. It's actually very like open too. So there's a lot of space and a lot of darkness.
Ollie turns a flashlight on and just like it's just waving it everywhere.
Hey, the reason why I sat by the fountain is because it doesn't really have big beaming lights to show off what we're doing.
Are you joking? You just want to be like sat out here in the dark?
Not in the complete dark, just a little. Pulls out a lighter. This much light.
No, this much. I say, waving my flashlight around.
At least point it over there, away from me.
Well, what if something's behind you, you idiot?
I'll stand in front of a tree so nothing can come up behind me and grab me. That make you happy?
Well, no, because something could be behind the tree. That's actually a worse idea than standing out in the open.
I don't know if there's any way I can win. I'll go and sit on the fountain. Nothing's going to pop up out of there, is it?
Well, you don't know that.
I've been here 1,000 times and nothing's ever popped its head out of a fountain at me. I will be okay.
Well, maybe it's like a 1 in 1,000 chance or some shit. You don't know. Anything could be, lurking.
Well, I'm willing to take that chance. And Bob goes and sits on the fountain and then immediately turns around to look at the fountain and double check that nothing's behind him. He does this several times as he's fiddling around with his cigarette that he's got and lights the end.
Can you run me...
Kim...
Sorry, can you run me a grit first? And you can continue talking. Is it a cigarette? It's not, is it?
It's not a cigarette. It's
okay.
It's a weed. He's doing a weed.
Oh, he's doing a weed.
Okay, that's a fail.
Nobody call the police.
Yeah, that's a fail. This is going to hit you harder than you expected. Yeah, it's you're not gonna go fully green, like you're not gonna get ill, but you're gonna feel a bit more paranoid than usual.
Mm-hmm. So Kim, are you? do you want to have a bit of a checks behind him again at the water fountain? Kim, you're cool, right? Do you want some?
I think you might have made it a little strong for me. But maybe later.
I'll have some.
Sure, no doubt. Ollie, how old are you again?
Old enough.
I don't think that checks out, buddy.
Oh, come on,
You flash
Halloween.
flash a flashlight. What was that?
What?
I heard something behind me. What was that?
I shine and see if there's something there.
You shine
There's
directly.
absolutely nothing there.
Well,
Unless-
you shine directly onto a tiny frog that just plops into the fountain.
I scream. Oh, no shit, that was just a frog. Anyway, are you giving me some? It'll
I don't
calm my mood or some shit.
It is very good at calming moods. Cory, has your friend ever had anything like this before?
A nod for Cory to nod.
Yes.
Are you lying to me, Cory?
Shake my head for Cory to say no.
No. Although I really don't think you two should be doing that kind of stuff. You know, there's health risks involved.
Well, there's health risks from dying of the darkness or some shit.
Suppose you do have a point there.
No,
Cory, by the way, has
we-
been just sitting on the ground reading his comic book.
At this point, I'm just going to take it out of time.
Okay, you're gonna have a contest because I'm gonna try and raise it out of your reach.
Okay, well, I'm gonna be fighting for it,
Mhm.
I'm gonna use flight because I'm gonna try and move my hand up fast before you can grab it.
Ooh. That's a success of more than 10, so therefore Ollie gets full narrative.
Alright, I'm gonna tell you how it goes. I literally just take it out of your hand and I take a drag, and about 5 seconds later you yank your hand back as if you still have it. That's how slow your fucking reflexes.
And on top of that, I'm like, haha, I can't get. Oh shit.
Roll grit for me, please, Ollie. And at this point, I'm going to say that because you're in the dark and that's your fear, you're going to just automatically fail it. So you don't need to roll. You're going to automatically fail on a level of bad, but not a disaster. So similarly to Bob, you're not going to be ill from this, but you are going to get very paranoid.
Yeah, my moving around is even faster. I'm just like some sort of air raid siren. I'm pointing in the sky now to see if there's something coming out of air.
Bob is gonna go and snap your hand back down to its side. So, oh no, I've just got. You weren't supposed to have any of that. I'm gonna grab the stub from your fingers and stub it out and pocket it. All right, I've got a kid high. Someone's going to see this, aren't they? And I'm going to look around in the darkness for any movement.
And I'm going to shine a light to see if anyone sees.
I'm going to slap the light down immediately. Put that down! You can't have people seeing us! Right. Big house. We're going to the big house, right, guys? Away from here where the...
Shine the light right in your face. What do you mean? I'm still tired. I have to keep up with you guys.
Like when you shine a light onto a pile of rats and it just kind of stares at the light and it has white glints in its black eyes. That's exactly what Bob's eyes look like when you shine the flashlight on him.
Oh man.
At least squinting to fuck. Eyes so red.
We gotta get out of here. Normal places. This was just meant to be like me and you giggling, Kim. This wasn't meant to be about a kid getting high.
Maybe you shouldn't have packed it so brave.
Yeah, that's probably on me. Anyway, it's gonna be fine. We go in, we blend in with all the trick-or-treaters, go into the big house. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna look at us and notice, right, Ollie? You can be cool, right?
What?
As in, like, what?
Okay.
Big house? Where? Was it on fucking chicken legs? I say, like, waving my fucking torch around, looking for this big house on chicken legs.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a normal kind of thing for you to say. Cory, that's normal, right?
No. I might have fibbed a little bit. I didn't know that it would do this. You're usually so maintained when you... I didn't think it would be that bad.
I'm used to it by now, Cory. We can't just... Oh, God. Right. Ollie, look at me. I'm gonna snap... Bob's gonna snap his fingers in Ollie's face.
After, like, a delayed reaction, I look at them.
You're gonna be fine. We're gonna go and eat some candy. That's gonna be good. But first, we need to go and get the candy. So do you remember where we're going?
I want Bob to roll a charm against Ollie. You've got the +3 as well, because it's persuading a child.
Ooh, but I do have a +1. From being a child.
Oh, it's gonna be a 4 for me.
Gotta be a 4. Hey.
Ollie gets narrative. Also, Bob, I hope you're keeping track of your adversity.
Thank you.
What was the check for?
To convince you that everything's going to be okay.
Ollie just, like, isn't having it. Ollie's like, no, there's shit out there. You don't know what could be. Like, maybe not, like, monsters or shit, but, like, people. People are real.
Oh, God, people are real, aren't they? Fuck.
Okay.
Come on, we need to get out of here quick.
We need to get out of here. Bob's gonna get on his bike.
Ollie's gonna get on his bike. His own bike.
That's the wrong way. You're going... Oh, no.
And we go the wrong way.
You're driving into the grass.
We go into the grass. And I've just, like, got my torch shining out. I guess Bob's trying to, like, because Bob's in front, trying to follow where the light is, but the light's everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I'm constantly going the wrong way, because I'm just going wherever the light beam shines, which is
I'm going wherever you're going.
Come on, guys, I know where safety is.
Follow me to safety. Since you can't drive a scooter in grass, I have to pick it up and run after.
Okay. And you all sprint and cycle across the park towards the woods. Where beyond those woods are good houses, rich houses, lakeside houses, you know? You get to the tree line, and you sort of see the pathway through. There are a few streetlights on there as well, which hung from them are like little sort of lanterns for Halloween. So that the community have decided to light this path quite well. So you feel like pretty safe to go through the woods. And as you travel through, you start to hear a very strange sort of carnival music playing. And that's very unusual for the woods, considering never a carnival in the woods. What the heck? There's not enough room in the woods for a carnival, considering there's a path and shitloads of trees. You know that there's like a little bench with like a birdhouse next to it, but that's not enough room for a full carnival. And as you keep travelling along the path comes to a halt. A stop. As before you, there are huge iron gates, and adorned with sort of like lettering that just says Halloween Town. And in the centre, a little sort of embossed metal jack-o'-lantern with a big smile on it, beckoning you forth. And beyond, you see lights, you see a Ferris wheel, you see certain like stalls and attractions and a carousel. But it seems to be empty. Almost completely empty. That you've got this whole carnival to yourselves.
Whoa.
Everybody else is seeing that, right?
Yeah.
It's a midnight carnival.
It's definitely there.
Well, come on, we gotta go in, right?
Right. Do we need like a
Cory's
ticket or something?
I guess we should go and find out.
Nah, I'll be fine. I'm just walking.
When you walk in, you do look. You see that there is a ticket booth, but through the glass front of it, with the there's like a little hole that you can pass money through. There's no one in there, and the door at the back seems to be open.
Well,
It looks abandoned, but the Ferris wheel is turning, and so is the carousel.
Yeah, Kim's gonna go through the gates, like go behind the desk, kind of like pop my head around and be like, "Hello, is there anyone there?"
You see a very old-fashioned like register, like a till, with the big like sort of typewriter buttons on it and things. It is open, and there is a bit of cash in there. You also see a stack of admission tickets, and written on them it says "Admit 1, trick or treat?" ?
Is there a sign saying how much the tickets are?
Yeah, on the wall beside you can see there it says like single entrance $3, family ticket $7, etc. Concessions $1.
Kim's gonna leave the money for a family ticket and then take a family ticket and be like, "Guys, I've got us a ticket. Let's go, I guess."
Yeah.
If anyone asks, I'm Mum, Bobby's dad, and used to idiots. So it's children.
Hey, who are you calling an idiot?
I meant little. I meant small.
I like the sound of all of that. So, what do we want to do first, guys? Ferris wheel?
Ferris wheel? That's boring.
No, we can see the whole park from there. So that sounds like a good plan, because then we can make a plan while we're up there, being able to see everything.
Right, and we can get away
See,
from
I'm
these
not just a
chumps
pretty
for-
face.
Well, you're not a pretty face.
Not just a pretty face.
You're not a pretty face.
Well, regardless, that is a good plan.
Kim's gonna sigh and then start walking towards the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. As you walk towards the Ferris wheel, you see that there is like an entrance section and an exit section on the station bit where you can board. And it seems to be, as you walk up to it, come into a very slow stop, as though welcoming you to it. And in the booth, you see somebody with like a bed sheet sort of over their body, with 2 eye holes cut out, sort of swishing around inside the glass box, as though they are the person that you go to ride the Ferris wheel.
It's kind of creepy.
We like 2 Ferris wheels.
Ooh. And would you like a trick or a treat?
A trick.
A trick. A trick. Hang on, let me just write something down here.
Oh no.
Oh, I forgot what I'm doing with. Ah, there it is. Okay. A trick it is. Who's right? So these carriages can hold 2 people. So Ollie, who are you getting on with?
Losers in one carriage, cool people in the second.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll let
so
you
the
cool
cool-
losers. I mean, oh shit. What are you gonna say, Cory?
Sorry. So the cool ones, that's me and Ollie. We'll go on
Yeah,
one.
we're the cool ones, not you.
Uh-huh.
So we'll go on the first one because we're cool, and you go on the second one because you're losers.
As Cory comes up to be admitted, the ghost man says, "Ooh, trick or treat."
I would prefer a treat.
Treat it is. So you 2 sit in your little carriage. The ghost man sort of comes over, and he pulls down the rickety bar across your laps. And you feel as he pulls it down, the way it's connected to the frame itself seems a little bit janky. And you get a little bit of fear in you as it sets off and you get.
I don't think this has been properly inspected.
And out of panic, sort of grab Cory's hand. Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
Kind of slips out. Bye.
I feel the love.
Okay, Bob and Kim, you're going to get on the next carriage. The ghost turns to you, Bob. Trick or treat?
I'm kind of feeling like treat because I don't want to know what trick might be. Trick might be something bad, wouldn't it, Kim? Are you thinking treat as well? Because I'm thinking treat. We should probably both say treat, right?
If we go for one of each, then we've got all the bases covered. You want to cover all the bases, don't you?
I suppose that makes sense. I guess I'll go.
Clearly, Bobby didn't notice the little flirty comment.
Bobby is stoned. He doesn't notice anything.
Notices everything and nothing at all.
So am I tricking or treating?
You treat, I'll trick.
Okay. I'm a treat. I'll go for treat. Thank you very much, Mr. Ghostman.
Treat it is, and trick for you, he says to Kim, and leads you to the second carriage. And by the way, obviously, Ollie and Cory have stopped a little, sort of not halfway up, but quarter of the way up to let you guys on.
Are we?
No.
This thing is swinging a bit.
You get in, and yeah, you get seated. He pulls down the bar, and off you go. And it's a slow go, it's slowly going up, and continues sort of revolving for a while whilst pleasant music plays, and you get this strange feeling that this fairy light sort of around the Ferris wheel itself, the frame. When you get up really, really high as well, you can see all around the carnival, really nice blooms of different colours, like pinks and oranges and sparkling blues coming from all these different places. And you can see there are many attractions from there. You've got the Ferris wheel, which you're currently on. You can see dodgems, sort of bumper cars, tent. You see a clown dunking thing where this old clown man's just sort of sat there on a pedestal with a target next to him. You see the carousel going round and round. and you see loads of candy sort of stalls and things like that. You also see a big top in the very middle.
Extravaganza.
Yeah, and you also see another building. You can't really, from your height, you can't really see what's on front of it because you're too high to see the front doors of it. But yeah, from there, you also see like another little sort of what's the word, like tent, like in a glass box. Sorry, a glass box with like a tent topper to it, but you can't really see what that is either because you're too high. But yeah, and as you get to the very top, Ollie and Cory, this magical feeling, this very like warm and comfortable feeling comes across you, Cory. It feels really nice and comforting, and you're really actually thinking, you know what, it were a bit janky at first, but it seems to be okay. Now that you've got to the very top of it, the wind isn't strong, there's a nice atmosphere. But Ollie, you feel really nervous, like this thing's gonna drop at any minute. And might I say, the same feelings happen to Bob. Bob, you feel like this is extremely romantic. But Kim, you suddenly realise that you're like locked into a fucking carriage with Bob, who, you know what I mean, like you're like locked in with him, and that freaks you out suddenly. Like you couldn't escape if you wanted to. So we'll go to Cory and Ollie first.
Shit, we're gonna fall.
No. But look over there. There's bumper cars. I think
Ollie
that's
just looks
where we
down.
definitely. Oh, well, don't if you're feeling scared, don't look down. That's the worst thing to do.
We're gonna fall and die.
You won't. I'll be here. I'm right here. Don't worry.
We're gonna fall and die, Cory.
That's probably the we talking.
We're gonna die. Ollie like fucking grabs hold of like Cory, just like clinging on for dear life.
And the
As
carriage,
if Cory's more stable.
And the carriage swings back to invite Bob and Kim to come to the very top.
Bob starts to yawn and does the arm stretch thing, and then tries to put it behind Kim.
Oh my god, no! Stay on your side because we need to keep like the like weight of this even. I am not okay with this. This was a terrible idea. This was
Sure.
far from what I thought it was going to be, and I can't even see my house from here. But I'm that high up that I can't see my house from here.
Oh, it's all gonna be okay. I'll make sure you get home safe after all of this. You can count on me. It's all good.
I want to go down now. Can we like go? Can we? Will it? It needs to go down in a normal fashion, not in a falling fashion or any fast, speedy fashion. It just needs to go like down. Like
You feel
now.
You feel it jolt, all of you.
We're gonna die.
I'm gonna scream, but I'm not actually gonna scream on the microphone.
You can all hear each other as well, because the carriages are right next to each other. It jolts and sort of like halts in place. Like, as if it's like become sturdy all of a sudden. Like, it's not twisting anymore. It's like rose up to the top and then just stopped there. The carriages sway slightly in the wind.
Oh my god, if we broke down.
Oh, good. Now I can get a decent view. I mean, we're not as high as we used to be, but Cory will like intermittently like see how Ollie is doing, and then also like check on the lay of the land, continuing to say stuff like we can easily fill our candy at all those booths right there. Our bags will be full. We don't even have to go to any more houses.
If we don't die.
When you say that, your carriage shudders.
Shit. We're gonna die.
You hear squeaking noise coming from the bit where it's attached to the frame. You see one of the sort of nuts that's attaching it start to squeak in a clockwise motion.
Cory, do something.
That doesn't seem right. Cory is gonna like try to stand up on the seat and just kind of like try to screw it the other way.
And
with his fingers.
roll. You don't even need to do this now because, for some reason, you feel incredibly smart, as though you have really sharp senses, and you're going to auto-succeed brains, no matter what you do.
Okay.
So you have full control here for brains.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and there's also a loose wire up here too. Cory will like just and just kind of like twist them together. That should have shocked me, but okay. And then finish screwing the last the thing. See, now we're gonna.
You did it.
We're still stuck here, but we're not gonna fall. It's fine.
It just lilts like vroom, and then spins you round, so you literally come flying down towards the station and then back up again as it makes a full rotation. As it's swinging round in Bob and Kim's carriage, it's squeaking to and fro like it's literally like a fucking pirate ship. Like you're like whoa 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 inside it, and the same thing's happening. Like the doof, doof, doof. You see at the top, it looks as though the things are coming loose.
You need to fix that. Fix it right now. I'm not tall enough to get it. Fix it.
I don't even know if anything's going wrong here. Y'all picked Trick. I think this is just them having a show, you know?
This is a really not a funny show. Like, if we fall from this height, we will die.
Okay. Bob tries to, like, get up and reach for the loosening knot.
Okay, you reach for it, but how are you going to try and deal with this? This is a brains check.
I'm just going to try and, like, stop it from... Is it, like, unscrewing itself?
Yeah.
Like on the last one. I'm going to try and use both hands to, like, hold it in place and then start eking it back.
Okay, I'd say that's a brawn.
Oh, okay. That's even worse than my brains.
I'm going to say that the DC... Oh, God. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the DC is, it's a fail. Yeah, you actually start, like, screwing it the wrong way, and the full nut just falls off, leaving the sort of, like, the rod that's connecting it loose. And then, you know how, like, it has two pieces of metal that would hold the rod in? The piece of metal that's on the closest to you sort of separates from the rod, and the rod is just being held by one piece of the frame.
I don't really know how Ferris wheels work, but Bobby's just gonna go, oh shit! It's not a problem, my dear. We'll have this fixed. Shit.
It swings around again.
Okay. Kim is going to like rip like a piece of fabric and try and like tie it together, like in a panic.
Okay. Okay. That's gonna be a hard DC. I think it's gonna be a 16 on brains.
I don't think that's not possible. I think I've got a 12 for a dice.
Oh God, no. You actually kind of make it a bit worse, and yeah, fucking as it's sort of like coming down, it's like coming down at not so much of a speed that it's gonna kill you on impact, but It's coming down, and it loosens, and your entire carriage drops onto the station platform with a massive thunk. You're both going to sustain injuries that are...
Bob is going to try and cradle Kim on the fall down, so he takes the brunt of the damage.
Okay, yeah. You're fairly hurt. You've basically, like, smacked your head on the back of the carriage, and you're a bit dazed. You're probably a little bit concussed too, but it's probably going to make you feel sick. But yeah, you can still keep going. You don't need, like, medical attention immediately. It's just a sudden. But yeah, the carriage is completely detached from the Ferris wheel. Ollie and Cory, you've obviously seen this happen.
Oh my god. Are they dead?
Like, we're going back around on another loop?
Yeah, you're going back around on another loop. So say you were at sort of like, you were at like 3 o'clock, they were at 4 o'clock when it dropped. So you're at 3 coming down to 6, if that makes sense. You sort of pass by them. And you can, like, turn around in your seats and, like, hold on to the back and look, like, down as you go back up again. So, like, 10, 11 o'clock.
Oh, so we're going on another loop.
Oh, you are going on another loop, yeah.
Bob, are you okay?
I'm fine. Kim, are you okay?
That really hurt, and I kind of want to go home now.
Yeah, I don't think we should do anything else in this place. It's kind of janky. We gotta get them to stop it. Fucking Cory and Ollie are still on there.
It starts to speed up.
Oh, we're gonna die, Cory.
Bob helps Kim up, and the kind of walks towards the kiosk bit where the ghost was.
The ghost's in there, he's, like, pressing the buttons, and through his, like, 2 eyes, you can see that his eyes are really happy and smiley, and he's just staring ahead.
Bob knocks on the window. You gotta stop this. Did you not just see? Our car came off the thing.
Stop? But why?
My brother's on there.
You chose the trick. So this is the trick.
What, nearly killing us is the trick? What kind of carnival is this?
Don't worry about that.
Are you gonna stop this, or are you just gonna carry on pressing buttons? Press the stop button.
Roll me a charm. Charm, Andrew?
It was taking a while.
And now you're cutting out.
Oh no.
Oh dear. I know, I see the 10, yeah. But Andrew's doing that thing where it's like, blah, blah, blah.
Blah.
Blah, blah. He says, okay, and hits the big red button, stopping them at the very tip-top 12 o'clock.
See?
But this isn't where we want to be.
True.
Maybe we should climb down.
I don't know.
Well, maybe I can do something with my yo-yo.
Whilst you're up there pissing about with the yo-yo, down at the booth, the ghost is just sort of standing there smiling. You can't see his mouth, you can see his eyes though. He looks pretty happy.
Okay, bring him back down.
Oh, but that wouldn't be fun, would it?
It'd be mighty fun for us. What fun's leaving him up there?
Mr. Ghostman, that looks
Yes?
really fun. Can I have a go?
And roll me a charm. But wait! You don't need to roll for charm, because you auto-succeed charm now for some reason. And he says, "Ooh, take my place if you like." And he moves out of the way for you to fiddle with the buttons.
I'm going to very carefully look at the buttons.
Yeah, you can look at them. I'm just gonna say, can you roll brains of 7, please, to figure out how these rather easy, attraction controls work.
9.
Excellent. Yes, you can easily see there's literally like a go button, a speed like lever. Yeah, you know what I mean. There's like stop, start, emergency stop, and like a speed thing that you can use to ramp up the speed and turn it down.
Kim's going to slow it down and bring the caravans down to where so they can actually step off rather than.
Yeah, you do so very well. Ooh, you should be a Ferris wheel worker.
I'll consider it as a new career. Have you got a first aider on site?
You won't need one of those. Don't be silly. Everything's all right.
An ice pack?
He looks at a cup of soda that he's got with a few chunks of ice in it, dips his hand in. When you see, he does have a human hand, lifts out the fucking ice and holds it out to you. Ice.
Kim's gonna get the tissue and put the ice in the tissue and put it on her arm. So because her arm hurts because she hit it on the way, when she hit the ground.
I hope you had a fun trick.
To be honest, it wasn't. It was fun until we started going really fast.
Well, I hope
Right.
you had a fun treat.
Yeah, well, I hope you had a fun fucking bitch ass fuck.
Uh-oh. Ollie started swearing. Means he's not having a great time. Oh, but come on, we need to at least check out the bumper cars. Come on.
What, the bumper cars that probably run you over or explode on impact?
Well,
Oh,
there
go
was.
on then. I said
we
looking
saw-
at Cory saying,
Yeah, there's a puppy dog face.
Yeah, those
how
who...
can I resist?
So Cory and Bob still have that, even though something bad's happened, you still have this, positive, weird, romantic sort of feeling about you. But please up here amongst yourselves for a minute whilst I nip to the bathroom.
Well, I got too hurt for bumper cars, so I'm definitely not going to do the bumper cars.
Right.
Yeah, I got a bit banged up too, so I don't think I'm going to be doing the deathly bumper cars either.
Why don't you do the love tunnel or whatever it's called? Tunnel of love.
That sounds safe, at least.
Yeah, there was an
Yeah,
unmarked
it sounds-
building. I got a whole layout of the park just from up there.
Well, I mean, I can't say I was really looking at... I was mainly trying not to die.
But you're so tough.
Well, you're very brave. I mean, I couldn't stay composed up there with a thing that was about to fall.
I guess it's because I had my mind on something.
Oh yeah? On what? I said blushing.
Well, in the park, of course.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
That's the whole reason we wanted to go on the Ferris wheel.
Right, yeah. Ollie just like walks off the cringe. of rejection. Oh, poor Ollie.
Well, we know Bobby's not going to be an engineer anytime soon. He undid the screw the wrong way.
He undid the screw, but do you have a death wish?
Sometimes I get confused between my lefties and righties. I don't know. But it might not have worked, but you had a really smart idea with that tying the thing around it.
I panicked too much and I ended up dropping us though, so I didn't really help.
It's better than what I did. I probably had more hand in dropping us than you did, so I think you're quite smart, actually.
Like blushingly be like, thanks.
Blah. You guys are gross.
This report card reads Sakadafa. Sakadafa.
What does that mean?
CCDDF.
Okay, I'm back. Alright, are you on your way to the Dodgems? The bumper cars?
Well, we are, but
Yeah,
those
Team
two...
Cool is on their way to the...
Oh,
Right. but the
okay, so you're splitting up.
losers
Nice.
Well, I'm gonna watch them on the bumper cars, I think. I'm not
Okay.
gonna go on.
Okay.
Romantically watch us on the bumper cars.
So Cory and Ollie head over to the bumper cars. And again, this time, there's a little guy with a goblin mask on. And he says,
Hello there. Are you ready to beat your friends in a nice, lovely, healthy, friendly game of bumper cars?
Is it definitely nice, lovely, friendly, and healthy?
It's
Healthy.
all of those things. But first, is it just the two of you who will be riding?
Yeah, those dweebs don't want to come.
I look up
Oh.
at Bob. I'll be like, come on, join us. Please. It's no fun with
My
just-
head is ringing. I'm seeing like 3 of you.
That's never
Are
stopped
you gonna be
before.
fine going in? Cam, are you alright watching on your own, or
Yeah, I'll
do
be
you
fine.
want me out here with you?
It's okay if you
Understand.
wanna go on. Then you can go. I'll just watch from here.
Alright, but if I hurl, it's your fault, Cory.
Yes.
Alright, so it's one for all. Oh, that's not right. It's all for one and one for all. Meaning, you're not in teams, it's one car each. Now I must ask you this question. Trick or treat?
I think I'll go with treat this time.
Treat. Treat it is.
you go with treat.
And for you?
He says to Bob.
You should go
Well,
for
I went with
you
treat.
You should go for trick, unless you're
I went
scaredy
for
cat.
treat last time, and I ended up being the one with the head smacked in. So you know what? I think nothing bad can come of picking trick anyway. I'll see what tricks you got up your sleeve.
So Ollie's on treat. And Bob is on trick. Okay.
Bob's car explodes, killing Bob.
Before getting into his car, Bob's gonna lean into Cory. Don't get me out straight away. Make me look cool, right?
Wink.
And Cory.
Trick or
chooses
treat?
again.
Treat. Oh. Treat it is.
And you all head off into your little cars. There are a few cars that are sort of like lying by the side as the unused ones, but there just so happen to be 3 cars that are like scattered around the arena. You can choose what colour you get into. It's up to you what colour. Oh yeah, Cory's in a red one.
I am in a very masculine blue car.
Hey.
Um,
And Bob?
Black with a yellow racing stripe.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
So, Cory, you're on treat, aren't you?
Mhm.
Okay. Uh-huh.
What's the worst that could happen from being 2 treats in a row? Right?
Well,
Right?
how this works now is Ollie and Cory, who both chose treat, are going to get a +5 to their flight to dodge. Yeah?
Oh.
Bob is going to get a +10 to fight. So you best hope those dice explode. But also, here's the thing. Bob, you auto-succeed on fight. And you like it.
Oh.
Oh,
Also, Cory, as you sit down and hold onto the steering wheel and it starts to like get up into action, the little electric ceiling sort of flickers onwards and your cars start to start. You find that your hands are like weirdly sticky, like to the steering wheel itself. And Ollie, when you look at your hands on the steering wheel, you see that the backs of them are kind of hairy. And you look at your hands and your nails are super long all of a sudden. Like, thick.
Whoa. Weird.
But knowing what you know, how does this play out? So Ollie and Cory +5 flight to dodge, and you can fight as normal, like you can bump into people as normal. So
I'll tell you for what, I'm going to go straight after that bobber.
So it's fight to bump,
Wow.
flight to dodge.
Going straight after bobber.
Bubba.
And obviously
Bobber.
Cory and Ollie have a +5 to flight. But Bob has auto success on fight.
I'll tell you
Bob
what.
is going to try and glide out of the way of your dodgy thing.
Oh
with a 15.
no!
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
This
no.
has worked out perfectly with my dice. Bob is going to glide like sideways with the cart, like he's already drifting from a still position, and just start laughing at you, and immediately like curve round and bump straight into you at the side.
Oh well, I guess I'm dead.
That's 1 point to Bob.
Bob then just starts laughing maniacally, twists his entire bumper car around to go head to head with Cory. Like it's a game of chicken just across a bumper car rink, and he kind of like you hear a little battery going ree ree as he's revving the engine of the bumper car.
Cory's gonna try to dodge, but he's the hands are sticking to the wheel. I can't.
I'm gonna try and intercept.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, give us a fight,
Yeah,
Ollie.
Bob's gonna take off from his side.
Let's have a fight from Ollie and a flight from Bob.
I auto succeed fights, don't I?
No, this is a flight.
Or is it just to like flight? Okay.
Yeah, because Ollie's coming for you. So Ollie's
Sorry,
giving.
fight and flight sound the same to me. So
There we go. That's a 19 flight. Oh, it's a narrow success. Narrow success.
because it's so close, you actually do succeed in getting there in time, but only just. So Bob basically just scrapes the side of your bumper car, which sends you into a spin as he carries on going forward and smacks into the front of Cory's bumper car.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's another point. 3 points to Bob.
It doesn't have to count as a point for Ollie because it's just grazing, but yeah, if I get the point, I get the point.
Well, in that case, it's 4 points to Bob.
Oh, right.
Oh, wait, is it...
I thought I only had 2.
Oh, no, it's 3. Yeah, sorry, 3
It's
then.
either 2 or 3.
Whatever.
Yeah.
These two losers haven't got a single point on you yet.
Ollie is just gonna fucking rev that engine up. This one's for Cory.
Cory will
Cory's
join in
dead.
like a pincer maneuver.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Double fight.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to say that Bob's going to have a disadvantage on flight. Roll twice, choose the worst.
Oh, shucks.
It's okay, it might work.
My first is a 19, and my second
Oh my
is...
goodness.
Oh my god! Jesus.
God.
Okay, you're taking the 19. Let's have a fight from Cory.
I've clicked it once, but I'll click it again just in case it didn't.
It didn't come through.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
Let me.
Oh, that's a 5.
Yeah.
Bob, you've got full narrative control.
Don't worry, guys, you're getting points, because as you try and do this pincer maneuver, Bob is going to literally go, ha! Out loud, spin the wheel, and swing out of the way for you two to collide headfirst with each other.
Oh no!
Oh, wow. You both get a point
And
each
Bob-
for colliding.
Bob winks at Cory, and he's like, thanks for making me look good, and then zooms around to get a run-up and comes back for Ollie this time.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah.
shit.
Straight up 4 points there.
And this
Bam.
time, Cory will try to intercept.
Oh, yeah, to intercept would negate the point as well, so Cory, do a fight. Oh, look at that! Oh, 5v7. No, wait, that 5 was from last, wasn't it? Yeah, we need another. We need another.
Fight this time.
Come on, Cory.
Yeah, I have to refresh. My character sheet's not loading.
Oh, no.
Give me 1 second.
You can do this, Cory.
You can do this. We believe in you,
Do
Cory.
it for Ollie.
Hey, well, who's that duck? Who's that
What the hell?
duck?
Hold on. Hold on.
Get the duck away.
Hey.
Character sheet. All right, I literally have to explode to beat that.
Yeah,
Right.
let's go.
Okay.
You can do it.
Beat that 7. Oh!
Oh.
Come on.
So close.
Come on.
So Bob gets that point on Ollie. That's 4.
Bob lifts his hand up for a high five from Cory as he glides in front of him.
In defeat, Cory will just give him a high five anyway.
Yeah, you know it. Smack into Ollie.
Oh, and that's 5. And as you smack into Ollie, all of the cars just like come to a slow as at 5 points sort of like resound like beep 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 beep. And the little goblin man sort of comes over and he's like, "We have a winner!" And he's gonna from behind him produce a huge, massive, giant bag of candy floss and hand it to you, Bob. Or cotton candy for the Americans in the audience.
Damn, I didn't
Say
even
what?
know there was a prize.
Winner. More like wiener.
Well, we tried at least.
Right, and who wants to win anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds like you wanted to win. You want a little taste of the candy floss anyway? Sorry,
Do you
the
want a
cotton
little
candy.
taste of my fist?
Bob just lifts the
Whoa,
cotton
whoa.
candy over your head so you can't grab it anyway. You wouldn't hit me.
Oh, you want to bet?
But during that, Bob, that success and all those rammings, oh goodness me, did that fill your veins with excitement? You feel really, really good about that. Like, super good. Like,
Oh no.
kind of cocky about it.
Bob's gonna walk out with the bag of cotton candy and immediately give it to Kim. I won this for you. Did you see me in there?
No, I wasn't watching.
What?
No, instead,
Did you win?
instead she was actually looking at a very creepy looking fortune teller in a glass box with a little sort of tent top to it. And it's almost like the Zoltar machine, you know, like with its weird eyes staring forth at you.
Have you not seen this? Like, it's like looking at me. It's like looking deep into my soul, and it knows how I'm going to end. It's really weird.
No, I didn't look at that. You could have looked at that after. Did I win? I beat the shit out of him.
Oh, I'm really proud of you. Congratulations.
Nah, you don't need to congratulate me. It's just it would have been better if you saw it. But you can enjoy the cotton candy from it. That's yours. Because I won it by beating those guys.
Do you want to share it?
We can do, yeah. I guess we can go and see what this weird machine thing is staring at you for as well.
Yeah, it's really freaking me out. I don't know if I want to get any closer to it, but I feel kind of like I need to know.
Don't worry, I'm here. Bob tries to put his arm around your shoulder again and hold the cotton candy in between us. We'll be all right.
There's lots of blushing going on. Kim's gonna then lead him to whatever that weird fortune teller machine thingy is.
All right, you get up to it, and its eyes, which were staring at you, just suddenly blink yellow, like they just light up yellow, like poof. And almost by magic, it starts to move. This animatronic sort of Zoltar guy. Its mouth opening and closing and opening and closing. And you see, just like the film Big, there's a little button, a little slot to put a quarter, and the little button, as this ramp sort of turns from side to side. And you know that when you put the quarter in and press the button, the quarter will fly across the ramp and hopefully land in its mouth.
Does it give any instructions on the machine, like, at all?
Yeah, but this is a reflexes thing, like if you can press the button at the right time. So with reflexes, it will be, you can choose between brains and flight, so whichever one you want.
Brains.
Nice. Yeah, it's not very difficult to do. But as he swallows it, this coin flies true into his mouth and he swallows it. And he opens his mouth and he says, "Trick or treat."
Treat? Please?
Treat. Pew! A little paper thing is produced out of the little slot at the bottom. And you pick it up. And it's got a picture of him on it, Zoltar. You turn it around. And it says, "You are what you wear."
What is this supposed to mean?
I mean, I don't know. Is it trying to call you a Barbie girl?
Well, I'm wearing the Leatherman jacket as well, so am I a sporty Barbie?
They just came
Well,
out.
yeah. Barbie does that dress-up thing, don't they, with the dolls? Like, maybe it's saying you're a sporty Barbie girl. I can kick its ass if you don't like it.
Somehow I think you've injured yourself enough tonight. Kicking a metal box doesn't sound like a great plan.
Whilst you're at the Zoltar machine, cut to Ollie and Cory, who've just sort of like coming up to wherever you are, I guess. But both of you have these strange physical afflictions. Ollie, you feel as though like the length of your nails is like uncomfortable. Like it's almost like you've got like an ingrown nail on all of your fingers that like feel really thick and heavy. And when you speak, you open your mouth, you kind of bite your own tongue a little bit as you notice that your teeth are a bit sharper than they used to be. Again, you feel your like face, and you're starting to grow like a bit of a beard, like much better than the little tufty mustache that you had, the tiny little corners of your mouth. It's starting to like get thicker. Not rapidly so, but just strangely fuzzy.
Cory, do you see this shit?
It's visible.
I'm kind of stuck on the steering wheel still.
When you lift your hand off the steering wheel, you see that there's this strange, like, plasma-like substance between your hands and the steering wheel. Like, you can stretch it out, but it's like web.
There's like the is this real contemplation of a nerd going a million miles an hour right now. And he's gotta try it. I gotta try to shoot web. Same way Spider-Man does.
Mm-hmm. You flick your wrist forwards, and sadly, nothing happens.
What are you doing?
Not for a second, though.
But your two middle fingers stick to your palm. Like, they sort of stick, like, sort of, and it's, like, gluey. You've got to, like, stretch your two middle fingers outwards to, like, open your palm fully again. But you know how as you make the, like, rock symbol, like, the two middle fingers go onto your palm, don't they? Yeah, they get stuck. From this, you can infer pretty easily. Your hands are sticky. Your feet are sticky too, actually, come to think of it. But you can't do the web shoot.
Ah, dang. That steering wheel must have been really gluey, that's all. But look at you.
Right, I got a beard. I mean, I don't know what's going on with my nail.
Yeah, I don't know about the nails, but the beard looks pretty good.
Oh, thanks. Ollie says and blushes.
I probably shouldn't touch it, though. Just in case. Don't want it to rip off.
Yeah, in case you pull it off. What I mean, you know. It's weird that your hands are all sticky.
I really hope you don't need to go for a wee anytime soon.
To be honest, Cory, I feel like I need to go for a wee. Is there like a here somewhere? Was that me? Or was that Cory? Oh my god.
What? What's going on?
Yeah. Wait, I've lost track.
Kim was saying that she hopes that that Cory doesn't have to go for a wee anytime soon because obviously the sticky hands.
Took that for me with like the fucking implications of like a dog.
Oh, dog piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to piss all over the carnival now. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's go to those doofuses.
As you approach, like Bob and Kim, you can see clearly on Ollie's face. They're starting to form a weird beard. And if you just look at the hands, you'd see the claws and the sharp teeth. But you can't really see anything much different about Cory.
Except that Cory's like putting his hands together and.
Oh yeah, like meow. Yeah, you can see that there's strange, like sort of ectoplasmic, like weird webbing between his hands as he like an accordion, like smacks them and opens them.
Damn, puberty hits you like a truck in about 5 seconds flat. What the hell's going on? To Ollie.
What can I say? I'm an early bloomer. Yes.
That's kind of gross. What is it? Like, you really went out for your Halloween costume. I know you said you wanted to be Spider-Man, but that's a little far.
This was on the steering wheel. I don't know what it is, but...
It's like glue.
It's some kind of glue.
Do you want a tissue?
That'd probably just get stuck to your hands, wouldn't it? Probably best to wait for it to dry and then, like, pick it off.
Gross.
Well, do we want to find the toilets or something anywhere you can wash your hands? Because I don't want you like touching me with those hands. Even
Oh, yeah,
brushing against me, anything like that, and nah.
Yeah, the bathrooms were by the big top. Just kind of like stood staring at his hands.
Anyway,
Right,
what are
well-
you two freaks doing by this man in a glass cabinet?
Oh yeah.
It's one of them fortune telling machines. Like,
What
but
does
it's
it
really
say?
weird. It didn't really tell a fortune as much as it said we are what we were. And then I'll show them the little card thing that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's kind of more like a inspirational message, right? You know, like
I guess.
I mean, it probably only has about 3 phrases that it just cycles between.
Somebody
That's-
else
Might
have
not
a
mean
go.
anything.
I'll have a go.
All right. Brains or flight, you choose. The DC is easy at 6.
I need to explode.
Mhm.
Hey, I exploded.
Hey, nice. And he says to you, trick or treat.
I look at Cory and I whisper to it, treat.
Treat. Floop. A little paper pops out. And it says, the ringmaster is the leader.
What?
That's really self-explanatory.
Well, yeah, but that's not really a fortune, is it?
No.
It's not even really inspiring. What is this? An information box?
He stares at you like smiling, like the weird machine man. He looks proud of himself for that.
Well, good
Okay.
on you.
I think I'm bored of this one. It's really not telling us anything fun.
Right.
Yeah, I want to play on something where I can kick y'all's asses again.
Well, good luck finding a place like that, because as far as I can see, I'm going to be winning everything.
That's what you think.
When you're looking around for competitive games, the clown dunking one is a test of throwing a ball at a target.
Hey, I think here's one that I'll beat you at. This clown dunking one.
Did you say
You
there
think
was
you
a
could beat me
clown
at that?
physically on it?
Yeah, there's an old clown man sort of perched on the sort of seat above a vat of really dirty looking green water. And he's just sort of sat there with his hands on his knees, just leaning. He's got like a cigar in his mouth. He sort of like ducks it out on the side and like puts it to one side as he's like, roll up, hit the target, I fall in the water. It's as easy as that.
Great. Right, come on. I'll
Kim-
beat you on this one.
Kim's going to stay
Bob.
very, very far away from this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cory the same. Like,
And before
Right,
you
you're on the
do,
lead.
I need to ask you if you want to do a trick or a treat.
Well, I think, a trick, duh.
Loser picks trick. Okay, I'll go treat.
Trick. Ooh. Okay. 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 Bob, you have auto success on this as its fight. And when you throw this ball at it, the clown has this weird sinister grin on his face, and he starts to laugh at you. And you start nervously laughing back. And when confronted with anything serious, you're going to laugh at it. And not only that, You feel your brain fill with murderous rage. As though you've transformed into the very thing that you're wearing. Similarly, can you make a fight check, please, Ollie?
Hopefully I fail. Ooh. 18, is that a fail? Yeah, DC.
That's a success.
No.
You feel extremely jovial. Like, you're having a great time. And, like, every time you try to be funny or tell a joke now, it's going to land. Like, everyone around you is going to think you're the life and soul of the party, even if the joke is shit. But you're going to try and be funny. But as soon as it lands, the clown looks at you and laughs. And your entire body just bursts. Your clothes just, like, rip apart. As you transform completely into a full fucking werewolf. You can talk as normal, but you are a werewolf. But there's a little thing here. You can twist in and out of being a werewolf. You can shift in and out of it. Like, you feel as though, like, this gleeful, like, ha ha ha, like, because you won, was like a burst of enjoyment and happiness. And yeah, you turn into this fucking full-blown werewolf in front of everyone. Now I'm going to give you a little second to think about this, because obviously Bob's full of murderous rage, and you're a werewolf now, and the clown is just sitting there laughing, and everyone obviously is going to respond differently, so yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, I haven't seen anything from Bob yet, but...
Yeah, you haven't seen anything from Bob, so I guess you'd probably respond to your friend Ollie turning into a full-blown werewolf, literally with, like, those bent, haunched legs, like, growing out of their jeans. You know what I mean? Like, that sort of, the torso just getting wide and really stocky shoulders, long snout, piercing yellow eyes.
I would say this sounds kind of serious, so... What the fuck? I fucking knew you were weird! And Bob's just gonna start laughing at Ollie.
Hey, that's not funny. This isn't funny. Why do you think this is funny?
Because you're fucking weirdo, look at you. What the fuck?
Well, fuck you. That's a you.
Fuck me?
Oh, you think so? I say, and I sort of like brush my fur behind. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're a werewolf. What? What? I
mean, it is pretty cool, I suppose.
Cory, like, does the hands behind the hair, like, brushing it back, and then just gets the hair stuck on the hands, like, oh, man.
Oh, let me get that for you. I'm gonna just, like, cut your hair off. To, like, freehand.
Oh.
But not like a massive chunk, just, like, as thin as I can.
Thanks. Actually, that pads it a little bit.
While they're doing the stuff with the werewolf, Bob is going to walk up to the tank where the clown is in the water, and he's just going to go up and, with one hand, push the clown's head under the water.
Bobby, what are you doing?
Just hold it there. Just getting rid of something annoying.
Auto success on fight. He's literally struggling, and you are, like, just pushing him further and further in. Like, when anyone looks at, like, Bob's face, he's, like, gleeful about it. Like, it's fucking great. This is great.
Bob?
What?
Bob, stop.
Stop what? You can't tell me this guy wasn't annoying the piss out of you guys as well, right?
Yeah, but that's not how you play the game. Stop.
This is a new game. I made a new game. This is a carnival. You can make new games at carnivals.
The guy is literally struggling for his life right now. Every time he tries to, like, reach his arm out, like, Bob just pushes his entire body back in.
I'm gonna try and, like, pounce on Bob to get him off the guy.
roll a fight against Bob. Bob, you can choose flight or brawn.
Okay.
Gotta be a 4. Fuck.
I'll choose flight to like quickly just dodge what's going on.
Oh yeah, you've got full narrative control.
Like, I mean, essentially like Jason Voorhees, like the complete stoic, non-moving. Like when he moves, his entire body kind of moves rather than just like moving a little bit. He kind of just leans forward out the way as you swipe by, and then he just goes back to standing fully upright, his arms still pushing the clown down.
What the fuck is he doing? Kim, do something!
Kim, you can see this clown is literally struggling under the water. Like, the bubbles are getting fewer. Kim?
Here.
Beth? Have you BRB'd? Where are you, Beth?
Oh, no, I didn't BRB. I muted myself.
Oh, you fucking silly sausage.
Fool.
You can see Bob fucking drowning this clown.
Kim's gonna run up to Bobby and grab hold of his arm and like shake him a little bit and look him right in the eyes and be like, Bobby, stop. We don't like him, but we don't need to do anything like this. That's too far. Come on, let's go and have some fun.
You auto-succeed on charm.
Hey! Oh, Bobby!
Bobby's arm raises up, the clown shoots his head up and starts breathing.
He's like... And he's like...
That wasn't fun for you guys?
What the fuck? What the fuck? He nearly drowned me!
Oh, calm down. I didn't fully do it.
That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's like,
Fuck.
I'll fucking kill you! And he jumps out of the tank and he like tries to punch you.
I'm gonna punch him first.
Okay, he's going to... I've just got my dice box with me. Okay. So it's 5v... Are you doing 5v5? Okay.
If I can, yeah.
It's going to be an auto success, but do it as a contest just to see by how much.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh god, he gets a 2.
5.
Yeah, well, you would have auto successed anyway, but the difference is 3, so you're not going to kill him. Let's have a look at here at the succeeding by 1 to 3. You explain how they attack. The defender narrates what they do to mitigate the harm to them. So, yeah, how do you get him?
Still staring at Kim, who's talking to me and charming me. He's gonna come around the side of Bobby and like reel up for a punch, and Bobby, like not even looking at him, is just gonna jut his hand out and get him in the nose.
You clonk him right in the nose, and he's like, "Argh!" And he looks at you through his fingers, and he's like, this isn't right. I'm going straight to the boss." And he like just kicks off and just fucking like marches away, and you see him heading off towards the sort of like Hall of Mirrors area.
As he's walking away, I'm just gonna yell, "Trick or treat!"
He sticks his fingers up at you as he's walking along.
Ollie looks at like Cory to see how Cory's feeling. Like, just what's Cory's reaction to all this shit?
There's a lot going on right now. Okay.
Are you okay?
I think Cory is like is in processing mode. That similar stare to like how cool it is that you're a werewolf, but how not cool it is that his brother's acting like a serial killer. You know, that kind of emotion.
We've all felt it.
Yeah.
Easy emotion to understand.
I thought Bob was like a pussy fist. Like he wouldn't hit anything.
He is not strictly that, but he usually doesn't fight anybody.
So you guys said you weren't having any fun. We want to do something fun. Where are we off to next, guys?
I don't want to do anything fun.
I want to do something fun. Who's next?
I think
what?
we need to find the ringmaster to get him to stop this. I don't like this anymore.
Right, me neither.
Like, what did you guys do? Because I seemed fine.
I don't know. Wait a minute. Maybe it's something to do with, like, how many games we've played? Or something?
So if I play another game, will I turn into athletic Barbie?
Yeah, but do you really want to do that?
No.
Wait,
Well,
you're telling me if I play another game, I'll become Spider-Man?
hey, that's actually a pretty good idea.
Miles Morales incoming. Hold on.
For real. Oh, wait. But what if you, like, turn into a spider?
I guess I didn't think of that.
Right. Or, like, I mean, you've gone sticky. Maybe it's just any kind of bug. What if you start turning into, like, a snail or some shit?
I think at this point it might be helpful for me to remind Duckee of the power that you've got. So in your notes, you have... oh no, sorry, where is it now? Oh shit, it's not you! Oh fuck! There was... Oh no. Oh shit! It doesn't matter. There's a power that... you don't have it. I'm sorry. I gave it you before, but then I took it out in exchange for something else. I'm sorry.
You fool.
I know. I guess. I was gonna give it to you anyway. So you haven't used Lucky. I might exchange it for that.
I haven't had. I haven't had
the points to do it.
Yeah.
Would you rather keep Lucky then? Because I was gonna give you. Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll just keep it as it is. Because I remember what I was gonna give you, but yeah, okay, I forgot. It's just that's my bad. But yeah, doesn't matter. Ignore me.
Well, go on then. What was it?
It was you can spend a token to ask the GM something, and they have to tell the truth. Who has that?
The
maybe
intuitive.
Cindy.
Yeah.
Does anyone have intuitive?
It's intuitive,
No.
isn't it?
I didn't even realise I've got 1+1 to brawl or flight. Or fight.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I've only just remembered that as well.
Yeah,
That's
it's
useful for you.
intuitive because you haven't used Lucky. You can swap it for intuitive if you want. You spend 1 adversity token to ask the GM about like something, and I need to answer honestly. So it's almost like an insight check or whatever.
But like,
for free.
you just you'd have to roll.
So I could ask like, how do we win? But there is no way.
You could ask that, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not really fun.
Okay.
I feel like we kind of know the answer already.
Yeah, I just thought I'd given you intuitive. That's all. So.
Well, I would like to spend that. Where is the ringmaster?
So you're spending that now? I'd say you don't need to spend that because you already found out that the clown guy went to the boss in the Hall of Mirrors.
Did I just completely space that?
Perhaps, yeah. That's already been said out loud, so you can just have that anyway for free. But if you do want intuitive, I could answer another question.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have only ever gotten the one, so.
Okay. Intuitive. So yeah, that's spend 1 to ask the GM something, and I have to answer truthfully.
Is on, what's your question?
Mm.
Can you hear that? Can you hear that noise?
Which noise?
I think it's rusty cogs turning.
Cogs,
Yeah,
cogs are turning.
absolutely. Well, that was my question. So like, give me. Let's head over. We need to fix this. And the ringmaster probably knows something at least. So we should follow the clown. Right?
Do we have to follow the clown?
I'd like to follow the clown.
God.
Well, I mean, just sort of give Bob the shit eye, but then I think against it. Decide not to give that shit eye.
Bob gives you a complete dead expression stare back.
Jeepers creepers.
Okay. If we follow the clown into the building, we're going to find the ringmaster, not the clown guy. Okay? Because I don't want to see the clown again.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll make sure, if the clown's there, I'll make sure you'll never see him again. It'll be okay. Bob just carries on walking forward towards the Hall of Mirrors.
Okay.
Following.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow, but I'm also gonna like sort of be sort of stood protecting Cory, just kind of have my claws out.
Okay. You make your way to the Hall of Mirrors. Now, this entire front of the building is a mirror. Like, the entire front of it. There is, like, a doorway, hall, like, to get through. But, like, the front of it is just a fucking big, giant mirror on either side. And you see yourselves approaching it as, you know, a fucking werewolf, this little kid in a fucking Spider-Man outfit. Bob looks jacked. Like, Bob, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, whoa. Like, you didn't realise how jacked you'd got suddenly. And Kim, you look loads more attractive than you used to. Like, even though you're a pretty good-looking girl just anyway, like, you walk with some, like catwalk style, you know, like...
Thanks, babe.
Yeah. And yeah, you make your way through the entrance.
Before walking in, Bob smiles in the mirror and then pulls the hockey mask down, so he's fully Jasoned out. And then walks in.
Yeah, as soon as you pull that fucking hockey mask down, you are in full Jason mode, by the way, because you've like the werewolf has been fully turned into a werewolf, you've been fully turned into Jason. Like, yeah, fully. That's it. You are him. And you are going in there after this fucking clown, I guess, because that's your motivation. And you just go marching in through there. RP amongst yourselves for a second.
So we're really here to find the ringmaster. The
I
clown
don't-
was just going towards the ringmaster, so we follow the clown
I
to
don't
lead
know,
us to
Cory.
the ringmaster.
Your brother is really acting kind of weird, kind of sus. And if he is like Michael Myers,
Oh,
is he even your brother anymore? I think maybe we should just like skedaddle, get out of here. But then, what if he like kills Kim or something?
I don't think Bobby's gonna hurt me.
Are you sure?
But we really need to stay together in this, like, because it's like a maze and it's really easy to get lost in here. I've been in one of these when I was a kid, and you carefully don't walk into any mirrors as well.
As soon as you say that, Bob smashes one of the mirrors. pulls off one of the bits of broken glass, like a decent-sized one, and just holds it like a knife and carries on walking.
Fuck, that's creepy. Why's he got that? Why's he got that? Why did he just do that? Was he holding the piece of glass? What's he gonna do with it?
Bobby, you're kind of scaring me.
Yeah, and me.
Bob doesn't turn around. He just carries on walking forward until he can catch sight of this clown or anything else moving.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
You march through this hall of mirrors, right? You're marching this way and that. Please give me your brains to navigate. And the DC is going to be 8.
Oh, I need to explode.
Yeah.
I didn't explode.
That's
Jesus.
2. Remember, you've got your adversity tokens if you need them.
I've got 1. Oh no, I've got 2 adversity tokens.
Fucking Bob's got shitloads.
Yeah.
I have 6.
Okay,
I'm gonna save them.
You're gonna save them. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna use my 2 because I can make it to 8 with that.
Okay.
Can I? Yeah.
Yeah. You see Bob just go off in a completely different direction. And as you look through the corridors of where he has gone, he's like duplicated across shitloads of different mirrors. Like you even if you did follow him, you don't know which way he's gone now. Like some of the mirrors are like mirrors against walls. Some of the mirrors are just panes of glass that sort of look through to more of the maze. So he's just like fucking several of him in all directions that way. But you sort of attempting to try and find the ringmaster and avoid the clown. I guess you're gonna try and go in a different direction. And you're gonna go off on your own for a while. Sorry, Cory, what do you want to do?
Yeah, it's usually pretty easy to get through these mazes in general if you just stick to the left-hand rule.
I really don't want to go in there.
But we have to figure out how to fix this.
Cory, you're gonna auto-succeed on your brains. So when you do go in there, you do turn off in the same direction that Kim did. But that's when he goes in. I don't know.
Well, I'm doing whatever Cory's doing, but I'm strongly advising that Cory does not go in.
All right. So
That's fake.
Kim, Cory, and Ollie have all gone off on the left side of the maze, but on the right side of the maze, hot diggity damn. Striding
Bobson.
around. Yeah, you go, whatever you need to do.
Bobson isn't really one for brains, so after getting lost in the mirrors, he's going to start doing what he does best and just smashing through the mirrored walls to make his way through the maze.
Yeah.
Rather than actually navigating it.
Yeah, and you notice that some of the mirrors, when you smash them, just reveals like an actual wall. But some of the mirrors, when you smash them, and some of the glass, when you smash them, you're just opening up fucking the entire situation. But yeah, you're kind of going a bit crazy in there. And when the glass like cuts you, you notice that your fucking skin just heals straight up. Like you are immune to all damage. Yeah. Like you are unstoppable.
Well,
Meanwhile,
navigating this maze, and you just hear.
Yep.
Oh. He's taking the Neanderthal approach. Let's just go. Hurry.
And as you sort of, as Cory sort of scrambles around, holding the left side, you realise that you could lift your own body with this sticky hands thing. Like you can climb on the walls.
Oh, right. Oh, shoot. That doesn't help everybody else, though.
Don't
Oh
leave
my
me
God.
behind, Cory.
Yeah. So, is it like floor to ceiling mirrors, or does
Yeah.
the maze have it? Oh, it has floor to ceiling.
Yeah. It's literally everything.
Okay.
Like even the floor itself is a mirror.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how climbing walls is gonna help me right now, but
Mm-hmm. But as you
peek over,
as you navigate, you guys, you're sort of going through, and like the sort of built into the mirrored ceilings, there are like a bunch of like strip lights. But those strip lights are sort of like just cast across the entire thing, so it looks like multiple lights. It's almost like you're squinting really, really hard because the light is just too much and intense. But as Jason, who's smashing around, sort of trying to get through everything, something triggers all the lights to just turn off completely. As like, you know, smashing all the walls and the fucking ceiling and all that lot, like it just disturbs the fuse, I guess, in the lights, and just utter blackness in there. You can hardly see where to go, but thank God for that auto brain success, because you can keep to the left.
it's easier to navigate this without light.
Mm-hmm.
No
What?
light, no reflection.
no.
I know. Just keep a hold of my hand, and we got this. It's sticky, so we can't really, separate very well.
Right.
Jason.
Okay, I'll trust you on this.
Through the mess of shards, through the sort of like opening you've created for yourself, you can see like many yards ahead, sort of, you can kind of see reflections of your friends too, just like kind of slowly making their way to a sort of central space. But closer to that central space is the clown.
Kind of surveying all of that, Bobby just kind of stands still, glances over at the moving people that are there, and then kind of focuses in on this clown. And he's just going to stoically walk up behind where the clown is.
Mm-hmm.
And if the clown's facing the other way, he did say that Jason pops a guy's eye out in the newest movie. He's going to grab the clown by both sides of the head and just squeeze his head in until one of the eyes pops out in a really crappy 3D effect, like in the movie. If anyone's seen the eye pop scene in Part 3, it's ridiculous. He's just going to do that.
Oh.
And when you do that as well, like his eye just like pops out all horrible and gross, and as soon as like he's like bleeding out of his eye, the fucking dangling on a stalk, it's horrible. He's like trying to scrap against you. You're gonna auto succeed. Let's just see about how much, because he's screaming, and all you guys can hear all this fucking screaming going on. Oh fuck. Oh, you succeed by 3. So yeah. I mean, you've got him. Let's just say that. You might beat him up pretty bad, but you're not gonna like kill him fully, I guess.
Okay.
Because he's gonna scrap back and attempt to run away from you.
Bob is going to just try and slash at him with the shard of glass that he has,
Mm.
cutting him numerous times, not like getting anywhere vital and making him bleed out, but grazing him a few times, definitely.
Oh yeah, his big large clown shoes sort of crunch against the broken glass as he like scoots around, like trying to like whip around corners, but like catching his own arms like on the broken shards that you've already created, and he just fucking hightails it out of there, like absolutely runs for his life. And you're left like breathing like really angry, and you can see those guys. Let's cut to those guys. You've heard this screaming, this like smashing going on. You've heard the growling of like Bob sort of out of breath. You can hear that all going on like sort of far to the right, but you are getting closer to what seems to be a wide open space. The tunnel, the corridor, opens out into a sort of hexagonal shaped room. All around it, on the walls, mirrors, but within them, you can see all 4 of your ghosts, your human ghosts, inside the mirrors. In the very centre is a cotton candy machine. An energy flowing from those ghosts, from those souls of you, into the cotton candy machine, and stirring around the little cotton candy stick is a man, a spindly man, wearing a red ringleader's outfit, black top hat, little swirly moustache and pointed goatee, one single monocle atop his eye, and he swirls it around and around and around. It's not quite ready yet, but as he sees you approach, he stands up, throws his coattails behind him in like a performative way, doffs his hat to you, and says, "Welcome." I was wondering when you'd make it here.
Are you, I'm guessing then the ringleader?
Why, of course. Who else would I be?
What is going on?
Oh, don't tell me you haven't figured it out yet.
I mean, maybe not. No,
Oh,
I
look
don't.
at this marvellous creation. He comes over to the werewolf and strokes his fingers through your fur.
Oh, don't touch me.
Beautiful.
Ugh.
And you. Not quite there yet, are you? He looks at Cory.
Just take a step back. Like, well, what have you done to my brother?
Your brother? Another fine specimen. Where is he, after all?
From the darkness behind them, a looming figure of Bob starts walking up.
Ah, there you are. He clicks his fingers. You stand still. He comes over to you. You're standing up straight like a marine in line, as though like a commander is sort of inspecting your uniform. You're full of blood from the clown. Ah, excellent. You'd make an excellent bodyguard, wouldn't you? Perfect. Supple. He squeezes your bicep.
You called him a specimen before. I'll have you know that's my specimen, so get your hands off him.
Your charms aren't going to work on me. Just to let you know. He says, he comes right up to you as well, and he's got like a really gross, rotten teeth as he smiles widely with a sort of horrid, like thin pencil moustache that twirls at the edges. And he goes, "Oh, you didn't like my games, did you? You didn't partake?"
Well, after you threw me off the Ferris wheel, why would I want to play your games?
No, but it's all in good fun, isn't it? Don't you want to be athletic? Super flexible? Perhaps made of plastic?
Apart from the plastic, I'll have you know I am athletic. And I'm already plenty flexible, not that it's any of your business.
Well, you don't have to be just flexible. You could be the most beautiful woman on the planet.
Are you saying that I'm not beautiful?
Oh, yes. But you could be even more.
I was good enough for Bobby, and that's good enough for me.
Bobby. He turns around, like flicks his coattails around as he looks. That's not Bobby anymore. Don't be silly. He hasn't been Bobby for a little while.
What?
Well, can you give him back?
Oh no. Why would I do such a thing? I need these specimens.
Well, let's play a game, and if I win, then you give me Bobby back.
A game?
You like games, don't you?
I like games. But it depends. If I play the game, we must all play the game.
Fine, but then you turn us all back to normal if any one of us win.
Well, I don't mind being a werewolf sometimes. Like maybe
Sure.
if I'm allowed
Oh.
to shape.
See? He's got it right. You like being a werewolf, don't you? He comes over to you. Does it make you
Well-
feel strong and powerful?
Like, sure, but I don't like my friend, well, my friend's brother, being a serial killer.
He doesn't have to be your friend anymore. He could stay here with me.
Well, he's not my friend, he's my friend's brother.
Let's see about that. He clicks his fingers again. And Jason comes to stand right beside him. Looking at you all like the mountain from Game of Thrones. Like, yeah, that kind of controlled vibe. You notice that the strength of the sort of swirling power that comes from the ghosts that are in the mirrors into the central sort of swirling candy floss thing are stronger for Bob and for Ollie. Now, if you don't mind, I have a tasty treat to get to. He stands next to the candy floss machine.
Well, I do mind.
And
Okay.
Go on. Duckee?
I'll use that intuitive point.
Okay. What's your question?
What happens if I smash the mirror?
If you smash...
The candy floss machine, I think.
Yeah.
If you smash a mirror, it will sort of sever the connection. However, severing the connection before you do something will make these people permanent. Like, will make it the same. So there's something that you must do.
It's kind of what I was gathering, but I didn't want to just do it.
No, use your other intuitive to find out what you do.
That was the only point I had. That's fine.
He swirls the candy floss around in circles with the stick. It's starting to gather up.
I would like to try and grab the candy floss off him. This is
Okay.
not going to go well.
So you're going to do a fight against his flight.
And I get a +1 on that.
He's
That's
a
nice.
wily little bitch, by the way. That's his 20th flight.
I don't think I can beat that.
He hasn't got a 20, I'll just tell you what I get. He gets a 15. Ooh,
I'm going to use
got
my adversity
13.
points to make that.
Hey, okay. So we've got 2 coming from Peach.
So I've got doubled because I'm.
Oh yes, of course, yeah. So you give Kim up to a 16. Kim,
This is
you
a success.
yeah, Kim comes straight over to the guy, just smacks him out of the way, and grabs the stick, which has been gathering the candy floss on it. What are you doing with it, Kim? He's like thrown back, by the way, so you've got a second to sort of narrate what happens here, because you do succeed.
So as I grab it off him, I'm gonna like grab a piece of it and like feed it to whoever is stood closest to me, like just a chunk of it, like, not the whole thing, just a chunk, because I have like a feeling that if he's gonna eat it, if somebody else eats it, it'll be better if somebody else eats it.
Bobby's the nearest.
All right. You stuff it into Bobby's mouth, and he your glazed expression immediately falls as well, because as obviously you did succeed, but as you stuff it into his mouth, the ringleader's like, no. And you stuff it into his mouth, your glazed expression, Bobby, just completely like comes back to life again. You are not Jason the murderer. Instead, you feel this strange electricity in your body. You still have powers, because the mirrors haven't been smashed. So the power that's sort of like coming to and forth with this energy connection, instead it's going to flick you over to you can have these powers. So you've got your super strength, which is the auto success in fight. You're immune to damage. You're no longer connected to the ringleader, and he can't control you anymore. And you also feel like you have lightning building up inside of you.
I feel like I blacked out for a bit. What the hell is going on?
My darling, it's okay, my love. He's like coming over and trying to like stroke your face. And he's like, oh, just a little bit of attempted murder, that's all.
Did he try and murder you? I say to Kim and Cory and Ollie.
No, I'm talking about my clown. I saw you through the mirrors, and what a strong and valiant knight you would be for me. Come on. He's trying to convince you he's going to charm. His charm sucks balls, by the way. His charm is a fucking D6. That's a go against grit. Bobby. He gets a 5.
Okay. There's every chance I could fail this. 10. I exploded.
Yes, nice. So you succeed by 5, and a +5 success is you succeed impressively. You can have additional benefits to this, narrate however you like.
I need a second to like think of what's actually going on here.
Well, in the meantime, we can pass to Cory and Ollie. As obviously the ringleader's trying to satiate Bobby, and Kim's obviously stuffing fucking, candy floss into his mouth.
Okay, Cory. If you were to like go up behind him and like web him all up, maybe that would do something. Wrap him in web like a Spider-Man.
I was just gonna go see how the cotton candy machine works. Because that seemed to have brought Bobby back.
Oh yeah, see if you can like put your thinking cap on.
So I'm gonna try to sneak over to the cotton candy machine while they're distracted.
Okay, roll me a flight.
Okay.
Because this guy is like wild and very concerned about the cotton candy, I'm gonna make the DC. I'm gonna make the DC 14.
Okay. So I have to explode. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Any day, roll 20.
Oh my god.
Ooh, no.
14. I'm going to use 2 points to succeed.
Nice. Okay, yeah. You come straight over to it. He's so concerned with trying to be like, oh, Bobby, it's okay. Yeah, he's not noticed you come near it.
I'm so glad I lost so much in that bumper cars.
It's all worth it
like
now.
We're both
4
sneaking
tokens
over
left.
there, and like I trip and almost fall, and then you catch me. Ollie catches
here
me.
to catch you if you fall.
God. Thank you. How does this? Is this just a normal cotton candy machine?
Yeah, and as it's whirring around, you can see that more candy is like sort of gathering from the energy links that are still linked. So even the one from Bobby's still filling it up.
Okay.
Bobby's going to put a very imposing hand on the ringmaster's shoulder and kind of squeeze it in. The fuck did you do to us?
Well, it's just a little transformation. We've got to keep the energy flowing. You know how it is. Keep the lights on.
I'm gonna grip even tighter on his shoulder. Undo it. Change his back.
It's not as easy as that. I mean, No.
I'll make it as easy as throwing you into that thing. I'm gonna point at the cotton candy machine.
Oh no, don't do that. I would be so terrified if you put me in that. Oh dear. He's being so sarcastic. Oh please, no, oh no.
That's not gonna help.
Yeah, I think I understood that.
Cory's gonna start making cotton candy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you start making it. You scoop it up into your hand because the stick's been taken by Kim. So you sort of put your hand in there and it all just like travels around you, your webby hand anyway. Yeah, you've got a handful of cotton candy.
Here, Ollie, eat this.
Ollie blushes at the thought of eating.
Yeah.
Ollie, well, I'll tell you, unwolfifies first. And takes a bit. No.
And your connection to the ringleader is broken. You haven't experienced your connection, though, but it would have been that if you tried to attack him, it wouldn't have worked, because, you know, you can't... Your wolfish ways won't work against him. But you still remain able to turn into a werewolf by choice.
I'm going to turn into a werewolf by choice.
Mm-hmm.
Now eat some yourself, Cory.
Wait. I'll start gathering up another handful.
Yeah. You find that the energy link between your ghost and the cotton candy machine is a lot weaker. So when you eat it, you don't really feel much different. And just mechanically speaking, you never made it into phase 3. So, yeah. It's mainly just Ollie and Bob who are affected by this. But any connections that you would have had to the ringleader are completely gone. Kim hasn't eaten any, though, and her connection where she can't charm him is still active.
Oh. All right, now I'm gonna keep gathering. I don't know how long I can keep doing this while they're doing that, but
You can keep doing it so long as the energy's transferring from the ghosts to the machine.
Bob is holding him in place anyway.
Mm-hmm. You get the auto success on the fight with that, so you can hold him just straight up. He's like squirming around, and then I'm gonna say that he does like sort of like at this gets paranoid and turns around and he's like, no, at least save some for me, at least, please.
Bob slaps him in the face.
Oh.
Why should you get any?
I need
Bucko?
it. I need it.
Well, guess what, Bucko? Nobody cares.
I care.
Well, I don't care about you.
I care about the longevity of my existence, and the existence of this very carnival. Why, without your souls to munch upon, then I would surely wither away and die.
You're definitely not eating our souls.
Well, it seems that I will when you leave.
Not if I stop you from ever being able to eat anything ever again.
And how are you going to do that? He's not aware that you've eaten the candy floss.
Alright, I'll show you my wolf. I'm gonna show him my wolfy ways. I'm gonna just scratch.
Whoa, he's gonna murder this guy.
Why not? He seems to be some sort of evil demonic entity.
Okay. Alright, okay. He's gonna roll flight against that. Roll a fight for me, please.
I'm still holding him in
11.
place. Would this be an advantage?
No, it's going to be just like everyone will narrate how he gets out of your hands, basically.
Does this count as defending my friends?
Yeah.
Brilliant, +3.
Nice.
Hey. Oh, yeah.
Yes, you beat him by 4.
I'll tell you what. What does that give me? Let's have a look. Have a cheeky look at what that gives me. Beaten by 4. Yeah. So. Attacker's roll is graded by 4 or 6. Explains the attack. And the defender explains the response. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to scratch. And he's fairly hurt.
Yeah, he's gonna get fairly hurt. Yeah, he's getting all scratched up and everything, and like he's trying to like get out of Bobby's arms. He does, and he's gonna like grab onto the fucking candy floss machine and like round it so that the candy floss machine is between you and him. He's full of scratches all down his face, and he's like, "Please, come on, just let us come to some sort of arrangement. It's okay. I'm very good at making deals." How about this? How about your little friend and gets to become, well, the costume that he's come in? Spider-Man. Wouldn't you like that? And you, he looks at Kim, how about the perfect woman?
I am the perfect woman. Fuck off.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. If you believe that's true, that's absolutely fine. But you, he looks at Cory. Wouldn't you want to be a very real Spider-Man?
Cory hangs his head down, hands over the glob of cotton candy to Kim that he was collecting.
I'm gonna eat the cotton candy.
I would. But I'll tell you what. He said that great power comes with great responsibility. And I am not ready for that kind of responsibility. I'm only 13. And I'll push the candy floss machine. It won't do much, but I'll just
Give us a brawn to push it.
Sure.
I'll just say the DC is 6.
Brawn. Here we go. Do. Oh, right. Submit.
Using 2 of best 2 tokens.
Yeah, you get it up to 7, is it? 7, yeah, beating the score. And you topple it over, and he crouches down to his knees, and he's like, no! He's trying to scoop out the stuff and, like, put it in his mouth as he's, like, scooping. He's not getting very much of it at all. But for a minute, he is distracted, and you look around at all those mirrors with your fucking souls locked inside. Now, I'm just going to tell you, because you should know, by all the clues and shit. When you break a mirror, you get your full soul back, and you lose all of the powers that you have. So, you could let him slurp on your human souls as food for a while. It's not going to change much apart from the fact that you get to stay the werewolf or, good Jason. You get your sticky hands still. It's up to you. You can either just fucking leave or smash those mirrors and save your own souls.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to loom over him. With great werewolf comes great big claws coming right at you.
Nice. Rolling that fight.
He actually bloody deserves that.
Yep. Oh, he succeeds by 10. He just rolls out of the way. He's got the candy floss machine in his hands now, and he's just like dipping his hand in and scooping it and eating it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And as he's doing so, your ghost is starting to fade away.
As he scoops his hand in one more time and holds up a cotton candied hand, Bob is going to grab hold of that hand and say, "Stop hitting yourself," and smack him in the face with his own hand.
Oh yeah, you've got auto success on fight this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Until
I
your
will keep smacking him in the face with his own hand.
Literally, until your glass is smashed, you've got auto success on fight. Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, blah, 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 blah.
I'm going to take the opportunity to humanize and punch my...
and punch him.
Punch my mirror.
Oh, punch your mirror, yeah. Humanize and punch your mirror.
Yeah. Not taking any chances.
Okay, it's DC 5.
Bloody
Oh, it's
what,
fight
I'll
or
tell you.
brawn, whichever one. Sorry, yeah,
I'll
fight
tell
or
you
brawn.
bloody what on an 11.
Yeah, you can narrate fully how it happens.
I'll tell you how it happens. I'll tell you what I do. I go into human form. I look at this mirror. I look at my soul in it, and I'm like, I'll tell you what. Our Father in heaven, this one's for you. And I punch that mirror, and the glass shatters in the form of a cross. That's right. I was religious this whole time.
The Lord.
Wow.
and
yeah, immediately your beard just drops off. Like
shit.
yeah, your long claws retract and your teeth retract, and you turn back into yourself, Ollie. You still have a little bit of scruffly mustache, just in the corners of your lips.
Got a little bit of scruffly mustache though.
Yeah. Yeah, and seeing that, you all see, smash the mirror, you get rid of your powers.
I'm gonna also smash my mirror, but I'm imagining nothing happens because nothing happened to me.
Well, apart from you auto-succeeding on charm, that's not going to happen now. As you
That's
look
fine.
at your Barbie self, a bit scraggly, a bit beat up, a bit, damp still, and you just punch with, give me a fight or brawn.
Yeah.
DC 5.
That's. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's a flight. You need to roll
Oh,
fight
fucking hell.
or brawn.
Oh.
Oh, you
shit.
just make it. You just make it.
It's a good job because I should have rolled the brawn because that one's a D8.
Yeah, well, you got it with an explosion. So yeah,
Go.
what happens?
I'm gonna punch the mirror, and obviously the mirror's gonna smash, and I'm gonna grab a piece, and I'm gonna start running back over to Bobby.
And as you do, you sort of step over the ringleader as he's like desperately scooping away at the remaining 2 like energy pieces of cotton candy. But you see his skin starting to like shrivel a little bit, like he's getting super skinny, as he's like desperate to feed on your souls.
How gross am I allowed to be? Am I allowed to remove this fella's arm?
You could do whatever. It's just if you're strong enough.
I would like to
Hold
stab
him in
the piece.
position.
I would like to stab the piece of glass into the ringleader's arm
Okay.
to try and stop him from eating the cotton candy.
Alright, okay. Roll a fight against his flight.
Fight. That's that one.
Beat an 11.
I can't beat an
Oh
11.
no.
Jesus.
He just
no.
smacks
That's
your
best.
fucking hand away. Oh, 2?
I only have 2.
Alright, yeah, we can't boost that one. Yeah, he just
I've got 6 adversity points if you want to team up, Peach.
Go on then, let's do it.
Yeah, I use all 6.
Oh,
And I
nice.
used all 2. That's 4 plus 6, 10. That's an additional 10.
So that's
That's
13. You beat by 2. Yeah, you can cut his arm and just pin it down with the fucking glass. So he's like, ah! Screaming his head off. You can't sever the arm with a 2+, because that's too much.
No.
Come
Yeah.
on.
But you do pin him down. He's unable to keep slurping at it. Yeah.
Kim's gonna remove the cotton candy machine
Yeah.
from the ringmaster.
You've picked it up. It's like a 2-handed job. It's like a fucking slow cooker, you know what I mean? Like a big one. You've got it. It doesn't seem to be powered by anything. It's not plugged into anything. It's just fucking there, like a big bowl. You've got it in your
Power
hands.
Magic.
Yeah.
Yep. Bobby, it's time for you to go smash your mirror.
Okie dokie then. I'm gonna lift up the ringmaster, spin him around, holding him like a battering ram, just throw him into Bobby's mirror. So he smashes through it.
Right.
Nice.
Auto success.
Smash. And all of your big beefy arms just sort of go back to normal. As all of your powers are gone. Yeah, you're a twink again.
And immediately upon seeing the bloody sight in front of him, Bobby throws up.
Yeah, this ringleader is absolutely decimated. He's smashed into pieces. His head's caved in. With that auto success on fight, there's nothing he could fucking do here. He's already been beat up. He's literally murdered on the ground. And there's one ghost that remains in the mirror.
Cory is
Cory's-
standing in front of the mirror, imagining himself as Spider-Man. And then, how are these mirrors, like, are they on the wall, held up?
Oh yeah,
What?
they're all on the wall as like sort of like in the hexagon, just sort of facing the center area. So yeah.
Can I just be smart about this and just unhook it and just let it fall?
Sure. Yeah. You've got auto success on brains. So how do you want to do this?
Yeah, just go next to it and just kind of like, there's like a little things holding it in place, just kind of like unhooking those and tilting it forward.
And it just, whoo, and then all the glass just like scatters across the floor, and immediately your like sticky hands are smooth again. No more auto success on brains. It's all gone, and you're all back to your own human selves. And then the entire place just starts to rumble, like glass falling from the ceiling, shattering on the ground, as it seems to be the very thing keeping this whole place alive and energy.
Grab Cory and run.
Let's all have a final flight to escape out of the fucking hall of mirrors. The DC to not get hurt in any way will be a 10. The DC to escape with injuries is a 5, and any lower than a 5, you're going to be extremely hurt, like needing hospitalization.
And we all just used our adversities.
Yep, and a 1, well, you know what's going to happen, so don't get a 1. Oh,
I've got a boo-boo. Wait,
Kim-
do I get... Is it? Oh, no, it's fight. It's brawl and fight. Damn it.
Right.
Wait a minute. I still have an adversity.
It's not going to bring it up to 5, though, is it?
It will bring someone else's, perhaps.
Kim's going to need hospitalization after this. We're just going to keep track. So
Right.
let's just all roll and we'll resolve later. Bob, you're going to have a few injuries. Ollie, a few injuries. And Cory, a few injuries. So you
I'll
don't
tell
get
you
out
what.
unscathed. But as you all emerge... Sorry, yeah, go. You can do
Giving
this.
Cory 2.
Oh.
He's got 11.
Okay, so you can narrate how you save Cory from getting any injuries, while you and Bob get a couple, and Kim ends up getting fucking
Yeah. We're
hospitalized.
like running our way out of there, and literally, like, as it's coming to the like exit, everything's falling down around us, and I just fucking push Cory out. He like goes tumbling around, and he's out in the clear outside. It all comes bang, 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 falling down on us, and Ollie's last words, well, kind of, as far as Ollie knows, is, "Cory, I love you," and then expects they'll die.
Crash. You come to in the middle of the woods. Ollie and Bob, you've got a few scratches on you. You look over at Kim, and she's bleeding heavily out of her shoulder, like sort of near a neck area, like heavily.
Bobby rushes over and tries to stop the bleeding on Kim.
Somehow in the
Please
background.
roll me, this is going to be a brains.
What's the DC?
The DC is going
Million.
to be, let me just have a look, I'm just looking. The DC is going to be a 10.
Oh, I need to explode.
Oh
Ah!
no!
No, it's really painful, like really, really painful, Kim, as Bobby comes over and tries to like get his shirt on you, I guess, and sort of tries to tie it around your neck, I guess, and fucking strangles you a bit.
I just kind of like dab at where it's bleeding, but just I'm forcing it too hard.
Yeah.
You're not putting pressure in the right spot. Move.
Just don't even know if I'd even be conscious, to be fair, by the sounds of it.
Yeah, you'll be in and out of consciousness.
And Cory will try to do that, and then get temporary stitches in there if need be.
Oh, with your sewing kit. Okay.
Yep.
Let's get our brains then.
Clever.
Brains DC 10.
Brain spray.
Oh, yes! Oh, you succeed with +8.
Oh, so you're basically Udaru from Bleach then?
You succeed quite impressively, so you have additional benefits, so that means you can do exactly what you said, so take it away.
Yeah, not using any permanent like doctor's knots or anything, but because they need to be pulled out once we get to the hospital, but something to keep the piece of cloth that we've ripped from Bobby's shirt into place, and then also wrapping it very tightly in the appropriate way, because there's a way that you can restrict blood flow in the wrong way. So just stabilizing, and then that's the best we can do for now. We need to get her to the hospital right now.
And then you hear the familiar rum of a red Chevy Chevelle SS travelling up the park on that road I said before. On that road that I hinted at before. Driving up, hooligans shouting out, because they know you're over there. They're all like, "Hey, look, it's Spider-Man!" And they're just driving up towards you really fast. Headlights blaring right directly at you as they come at you at speed and skid, like, "Oh!" pulling up. And fucking Julian gets out the car and swoops his hair, looks at you all, and is like, "So where's the pretty little..." Oh, he looks down at her.
Give us a ride to the hospital now.
Roll a charm, and it's a DC of 3 because it's gonna be okay, but like he still is a twat. So
Can I also roll for this to see if I can convince him?
Yeah. You're not out of action. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. He's like, oh my god. What's? Whoa. Okay. Guys, get out of the car. And he's gonna kick all of his friends out of the car. He's gonna like sit in the front seat, in the driver's seat. And he's gonna be like, "Well, get in. Jeez."
As he turns the engine on, all of a sudden you hear Meatloaf and that I would do anything for love.
That's what we can do. We can make it that the varsity jacket is what we use to.
Oh yeah.
One of the sleeves. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, you all pile into the car, and he just stamps his foot down on the fucking pedal and just before even all the doors are fully shut, and he just leaves all these little cronies behind and like speeding along down the thing. He keeps like looking over his shoulder at Kim in the back seat, who's like struggling a little bit here. Who's in the passenger side?
Nobody wants to be in the passenger side.
No.
Bob's gonna be in the back with Kim.
Bob's in the back
I'm
with
gonna
Kim.
be wherever bloody.
Well, there's only 3 seats in the back.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You got in the boot.
Yeah.
Ollie? Would you please sit in the front seat? Please?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've got Medic Cory and Bob and Kim in the back, and Ollie in the front. And you're a bit torn up and stuff like that. And as he's like speeding along to the hospital, Julian just looks at you and is like, "What the fuck did you guys get up to?" I mean, I know you're like weird nerds and stuff, but like, what the fuck?
There was like. You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Some guy tried to kidnap us.
Oh my god.
Right.
Alright, I'll drop you off at the hospital and then I'm gonna go straight to the police station. What do they look like?
A weird man in a circus outfit.
To be fair, considering what we did to him, I don't think we should go to the police.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Well, I'll keep it under wraps. And he like pats his nose as he speeds his way over to the hospital. And we're gonna cut to Kim. She's doing pretty well in the hospital. She's getting better. She's in a little hospital room. And you come in to visit her. Because obviously she still needs to sort of get a bit of more blood flowing and stuff. She's had to have a bit of a blood transfusion. And you can come and visit her. So it's like a sort of day later.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, Kim.
Hey.
Hey Kim, I brought you these. I hope you like them. It's like a completely oversized bouquet of flowers that he just kind of slides onto the bedside table.
Oh,
Thank-
yeah, and I brought you this yo-yo. Hand her a yo-yo.
Aw.
And I drop a stack of comic books that I've already read. Hey,
I don't think I'm going to be here that long. I hope. But thanks, guys. Are you all okay?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Oops,
I
that's...
am, thanks to Ollie.
There we go.
Ollie,
I mean,
smiles at that.
I'm okay if you're doing okay.
I'm good. I can't remember what was the varsity guy's name?
Julian.
Is Julian okay? Have you spoke to him at all?
Not really, since he dropped us off, other than thank yous.
Yeah, we forgot to egg his house, but I guess, he must not deserve it now.
I mean, he kind of saved my life back there.
Yeah.
Right.
I kind of think Cory saved your life too, you know?
Yeah, but I don't think Cory would have been able to drive me on his bike.
I have a scooter.
Oh, that's even worse.
At that, you hear like sneakers sort of skidding through the hospital, and like rounding the corner is Julian, extremely out of breath. Because it's the next day, like you can see, he's not really like slept much from kind of worrying. And he comes in and he's like, wait, I just overheard you say, Cory saved you too?
I'm trying to remember how Cory saved me. Did Cory save me?
He sewed you up. You weren't really awake.
Okay, I was in and out unconscious during that bit. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, he patched me up enough that I didn't bleed out, I guess.
Wow.
The doctor said he did a really good job.
He looks at Cory with like genuine respect in his eyes. He sort of pats you on the shoulder and he says, maybe you are a hero after all, He's saving people's lives. I mean, that's not, something to turn your nose up at.
Cory will give a shy smile and just kind of turn red, like, gosh, guess.
I think that's pretty cool. I'm gonna lay off on you. I'm sorry. Sorry about everything. And he looks over at Ollie. I didn't say anything, Just to...
Whatever.
Okay.
Well, don't, or I'll be back to get you. And then you'll be worse than Kim in this bed. I crack my knuckles. I'm like the least intimidating person. It probably looks funny more than anything.
I guess I'd deserve it if you did, but he comes over to Kim's bed. They're a little messed up, but he's tucked in the back of his jeans like a little like single rose. And he's like, yeah, it's a little bent up, but I don't know. You can have it if you want it.
Thanks, and I'm really sorry about your jacket. I kind of ruined it.
Oh no, don't worry about it. It's fine. I can't even get those. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, sorry for interrupting. Yeah, see, catch you at school. Yeah.
Yeah. See you around.
Bye. And he just like scoots off, but he just glances in through the glass window just to sort of have a final like look at you before leaving. Yeah, and he leaves.
Well, that was weird.
Right.
I just like looking at this really crumpled up rose, like considering he's a prep boy, I would have thought he would have got me something nicer than a pocket rose.
Pocket.
Yeah, I guess he's just not that considerate about that kind of stuff. And Bob shuffles his huge thing of flowers a little bit on the table.
Don't worry, yours are much nicer.
Maybe I should say sorry as well. It's kind of a dick to you. I just thought, like, you were like a Barbie, but seeing you without that wig on, I guess you must actually be cool.
Wait, you thought that was actually a Barbie? What did you why would I dress up as a Barbie if I was a Barbie?
Well, I don't know. I mean, what did he dress up like? As a sort of gesture over to Julian himself.
Well, I guess no, I'm not a Barbie. Like, I mean, Barbies don't really like Iron Maiden or play guitar or. I think this is the only pink thing that I own, and I had to go out and buy it.
Well, I mean, that's usually how it comes with clothes anyway. You have to go out and buy them. But anyway, I won't laugh. Ollie just like sits down next to Cory.
I mean, technically you can make them yourself, but I mean...
Yeah, well, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not that good. So, have you been back to see if the carnival's there?
No.
It kind of seemed like a Halloween carnival. So probably we'll go back next Halloween, right? Right?
Not a chance.
Weekly punch Ollie in the arm. Don't even joke about that.
Sorry guys.
I should have gone to the just the peekaboo thing that was happening down the road. I think that was for preschoolers.
Would have been safer at least.
We can put it in the books for next year. Next year, Halloween, we all do peekaboo.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, and this time nobody turned into a psycho killer.
Wait, there is one last thing. If you've not been back to the carnival, where's my bike?
Yeah, your backs were all left near the woods.
Well, I guess we're going back to the carnival.
And if you don't have any more...
Wait, I have one last
Okay.
thing. This is an after credits.
Okay, the credits roll. And then we cut to... Ollie, what's the time and place?
Although the time is like literally after leaving the hospital. And I'm stood next to Cora. Bob's like over there, way over there. And I'm like, hey Cory. Punch you in the arm.
Ow.
So about what I said, when I was thinking I was like about to die. That I love you or whatever. What did you think of that? Was it cool
Cory
or was it
will,
like funny? Or
Cory will pull you in for a hug, and that kind of like you too. Maybe even, I don't know.
well, I mean, it was kind of like last words kind of thing. And so, maybe I just, like you too, but I was wondering if you wanted to come to my house this Thanksgiving, if that's what happens after Halloween, or whatever festival's next.
Whatever American festival's next.
I think it is Thanksgiving, isn't it?
It is. Major
Like-
holiday.
Like, you know, like, as like a date, or whatever.
Why don't we just go see a
Rejected.
movie this Friday?
Rejected.
Oh yeah, we can watch that. We can watch fucking that film
new
with
Terminator
Jason in
movie.
it.
There's
The new Terminator movie.
Yeah, the new movie called Terminator's coming out. That looks pretty cool.
What's it about?
Arnold Schwarzenegger plays that, and I'll give you this.
Brilliant. and that's where the camera pans away with like Cory explaining the.
Overly long nerd ramble about Terminator.
The camera pans over to Bob, who turns around and sees you two talking and just smirks to himself, and then looks up at the hospital room that Kim is in and kind of smirks to himself, and then does that little 80s movie nod, and then it freeze frames. That's how 80s movies should end.
He jumps into the air with a fist bump and it freeze frames. And that is where we'll hit it with "Don't you forget about me." Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
And that's
Perfect.
where.
Can't not end it with a freeze frame.
Oh, you've got to end it with a freeze frame.
Absolutely.
He puts the fucking earring in.
I love that it's like a slow pan, like a big dolly shot, and then it just immediately goes to a close-up freeze frame.
Of a smirk, but you've slightly moved a little bit, so there's a bit of smear.
There's a bit of motion blur.
There's a bit of the motion smear. Oh my god.
we, didn't
Well,
have, we didn't have enough money
Well-
to finish the shoot.
Well, thanks for watching Nat Wannabes.
Hey.
Watching our Halloween
you
That's
cut it
just
out.
our Halloween special of Kids on Bikes. It's not quite Halloween yet. In like 3 or 4 days, something like that.
Mhm.
2 or 3, I don't know. But when it is Halloween, make sure that you refrain from going to any carnivals. You have the laughs, the giggles, the japes and the jeers, and trade fun in for fears. That's your Easter egg.
Hey. Well, yeah.
All of these videos posted on YouTube, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. So Hufflepuff, Cade, Jason, Karma, even. And we had a couple more as well. I don't know who's lurking around there, but yeah.
Make
Cade's
sure you
put,
like, comment, and subscribe.
Cade's put 6 days, but that's basically Halloween Eve.
Halloween.
Halloween. But anyway, yeah.
Halloween Eve.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and goodbye. See you, bye, everybody.
Bye, lovely people.
Bye.
Bye.